All right. Yeah, thank you so much for that introduction. So, yeah, let us introduce ourselves. I'm Shadowfrost.
I'm Elias.
And today we're going to be showing some any percent Luigi, if I'm correct. We're doing Luigi, right?
No, we're doing Mario.
Well, I guess it's over already.
Okay.
Can we please do Luigi?
We're doing Luigi, dude.
Yeah. All right. So we'll explain the differences in a bit. But for now, I guess when we're both ready, like
Yeah, we can go, I think. Just
Yeah,
give
so-
a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is Super Mario Galaxy any percent Luigi, and one of the main differences that there is between the any percent Mario category and the any percent Luigi category is that we don't have to go through the intro cutscenes. So right now we're already on a planet over here. Princess Peach got kidnapped as usual, and for now we're gonna play with this bunny over here.
Shout out to 5 star bits.
Wow. Not even getting all 9. But yeah, we're grabbing some quick starbits over there because in a moment we have to catch these bunnies, and with these bunnies it's definitely useful to have some extra starbits because if you shoot them with the starbits, they get stunned temporarily. Oh,
Like I'm not doing now.
there we go. I got it.
Shout out to
first
the
one.
pointer not pointing at the screen for a
Yeah.
moment.
We already have to deal with sensor bars being a thing and sensor bars not being great. Oh. There we go.
What?
That's 2 of the bunnies.
Nice camera angle.
So yeah, they're all 3 of the Lumas are hidden somewhere on this planet, and we take an optimal route, hopefully, to grab all of them relatively fast.
Optimal, quote unquote.
Oh,
At least execution-wise, not so much at this moment, but
kind of annoying if you run out of starbits and you can't catch them anymore. But it seems like we're almost tied up at this point.
how did I catch you?
I don't know.
I screwed over the first one so much.
I screwed up the 3rd one so much. Well, it makes it a slow race. That's gonna be more fun, right?
Is Decimate 320?
There we go.
What?
Wow, synchronized cutscene entry. Really close race so far. So yeah, at this point we see Rosalina. She tells us about the gate, that this is the gateway to the galaxy. Like, this is basically our little step to go to all other galaxies and things like that. And we're gonna be introduced to our best buddy over here, Luma. And with the Luma we get one of the most useful abilities in this game, which is spinning.
Spin to win. Also, should mention, you will see a lot of cutscenes after the next part of gameplay. So we refer to this informally as movie percent. I hope you like the category movie percent. It's gonna finish after basically we get the first star and the cutscene after that.
Also here, we're kind of running around this Luma over here. If you get too close to the Luma, he'll actually start talking to you, and it's kind of annoying. Oh. I forgot one piece. Oh no. This is a very improvised route on my end at this point. There we go. So yeah, in this planet, we're trying to find 5 star chips to create the launch star over here. So pretty, like, that planet is, I don't know, I routed that planet a little bit weird there because I'm a little bit rusty. I'm also just woke up like an hour ago.
What?
So yeah, this first, we're gonna be first we need to talk to that Luma over there just so we can, the Goomba will spawn with the key in it. And with the key, we can free the Luma and create the launch star going to this next little planet over here. And for this guy, we're gonna be, oh, I didn't get the fast strat for the big Goomba. Oh well. Did you get this strat with the starbit shot? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Normally what you want to do is hit that pillar with a starbit, so oh god.
Basically what happens there, that pillar stuns all enemies. So if an enemy is stunned, wait a second. I had to focus for the 4-frame window.
All right, same.
Basically on that planet what happens is that thing that you can hit with a starbit stuns the enemies, and where they're stunned they're all kickable just by walking into them, and that applies also to the big Goomba. So I forgot.
So yeah, and at the moment we entered this planet, you both saw us doing a jump right when we entered. That's actually to skip a cutscene over there, because if you actually land next to that Luma and give it a couple of frames to activate the cutscene, well, if you stay next to him for too long, he'll actually start talking to you. He'll explain what's actually happening inside of here, that the power of the Grand Star is being drained. It's a pretty long cutscene. I think it's approximately like 30 seconds or so. So
yeah, you can skip that. You have a 4-frame window to jump, so it's pretty. You need to be pretty precise in that. And we both got it, so it's a 10-second time save. You basically get by the fact that a lot of stuff can go wrong in the first level. It's you can be very reset happy on that.
Yeah, it's certainly pretty difficult level execution-wise for a first level of the run.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably in the top 10 levels, hardest level you do in 90%.
So there we go. We already get that one out of the way. Now it's gonna be all laid back. Okay, that's not true, but we're getting there, and so far it's relatively close. I'm glad this race is still staying as close as it is. And with that, we both get our first star, and at this point, we're in the observatory over here, and this is going to be our main hub for the rest of the game. Throughout the game, more of this hub world will unlock, so we can explore a little bit more and get to more galaxies. We're not going to be spending too much time in here. There's not that much we can do in here.
There's interesting movement in there at most, but basically it's just like it's very comparable to castle movement in 64 if you ever watched the run. Basically, you just do stuff very fast because you don't want to be in the hub doing nothing, of course.
And yeah, here Rosalina tells us a little bit about the story, what happened. So Bowser...
Guess what happened? It's a Mario game.
I'm gonna guess... I guess Bowser had something to do with it again. Like,
wait a second, is Bowser the final boss, guys? I just forgot. Can the chat help us in that?
Yeah, I don't know anymore at this point. Who knows? We might be surprised at the end. Probably not, but who knows? So yeah, at this point... throughout the game, you see that save prompt pop up a lot. We're going to be not saving because saving wastes like a few seconds because saving takes a while. So throughout the run, I doubt we'll be saving. So
unless you make a mistake, but hey.
Yeah. And here we get explained what the pool star is. It can't pull you. It pulls you, and
I wouldn't have guessed by the name.
And in this little dome over here, we enter the world. Basically the world select screen, and this is our pathway to other galaxies where we can start collecting more stars, because we need to collect quite a few stars in this run.
60, 61, I'd say, if you count the final one. That is not, you know the drill by now. The final star doesn't count in Mario games because why not? Or does it? No, it does. It does, yeah. I think. 61, I think.
Yeah, it does, because it gets counted in the 246 as well, so...
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so in this first planet, you'll see us grabbing quite a few star bits. I think we're both going for quite a few. Throughout the run, we need to get a total of 1,000 star bits gathered in levels, and we want to spread it out in the least amount of levels. Also, I just completely run into everything at this point. So
yeah, basically, we're gonna need 400 star bits, and that's not that's a completely doable window, but that's the tighter one, and we're gonna need that around 21 stars, and then we're gonna need more at the very end of the run. But by then we're already... What did the camera do there?
Gonna be real careful here. Please don't die on this planet.
Alright, 1 health.
Yep. You hear a wonderful beeping noise. Also here, we're basically skipping to the next planet with a triple jump. It's really convenient that Luigi jumps so high, because it lets you skip quite a few things.
Yeah, I should explain all the stuff that I did there. It's just, I did a triple jump to skip a planet, then I did a backflip off of a platform to skip another planet, and then I did a wall kick to skip another planet. Well, to skip to the final planet. So yeah, basically you can skip a lot of stuff in this level. So yeah, it's very straightforward. Just the goals are placed right there. Just the game doesn't think that you can do that. Also, shoutouts to that. That happens a lot.
It's so fun when that happens. Not really, it wastes
Not really, loses a second or something, but It's just weird.
So yeah, this is Dino Piranha. It's pretty obvious what its weak spot is. It's the big round object, and you spin against it. That's basically it.
Yeah, it's very easy first boss. It just shows that you introduce how do you beat boss with spinning, which is basically the main gimmick of the game.
Spin to win.
Basically. It's just a pretty straightforward star. Nothing too major here. Now we're gonna get the tutorial on how to fire the star bits, I guess, after catching the bunnies.
Yeah, that's the first star done, and should we probably explain why the layout looks a little bit interesting at this point? Like, my screen is way
yeah,
wider than yours.
Yeah, basically, he's playing on a Wii U, a virtual console emulator for the Wii U, and he's playing on 16:9 aspect ratio.
Well, I still play on disc. It's just...
Oh, you're just playing a 16:9. I'm playing on a CRT. So I just use the 4:3 ratio. I'm way more used to that, so I hope that doesn't look that weird on the screen. Probably does, but
it's the Wii. It was very weird in its day there, where it could display games in 4:3, but also in 16:9 for some reason. It's like a half mix of HD and nuts, and it's,
So here in the star that we're gonna get now, we're gonna have to get 100 star bits. We're gonna do that pretty fast, of course. It's routed. There's a sequence of actions you want to take. The first is grab the most you can in the opening sequence. You can actually grab star bits in the opening sequence. So we try to do that. Grab as many as you can. Miss one, but it doesn't really matter that much. As you can see, I've already gathered quite a bit. 61 is actually a bit low. And what I've just did is just to skip a cutscene, or rather more than a cutscene, is just a dialogue box, and the pole starts spawning. I just homing ground pounded on that. Basically, I carry the momentum high enough to let me use the launch star. And these are like a big way of... They're the weak way we just move around in the game from planet to planet. You're gonna see a lot of them. I think you're gonna have to kill a Goomba for this. Probably the fastest way. Can I grab the star bit, please? I need to kill it in a very specific way, because if I actually stomp on that, I'm gonna lose time. Because it's gonna spawn a coin and not the star bits. So...
and there we go. Alright, it's also... Sometimes it's really bad, like, you need to feed this hungry Luma by shooting at the screen. But sometimes the pointer doesn't fully register that you're pointing at the Luma. So if you're like at exactly 100 star bits and the pointer isn't completely working with you, sometimes it just shoots a random star bits in the air.
Actually, there's a strat, Frosty. That avoids it. Yeah, you basically hold B during the dialogue. It won't fire unless you're pointing at the Luma.
Oh, really?
Now you know.
I already learned something today.
So this planet is basically backflip and triple jump fest. And then we get into a planet where there is a cycle that we want to meet. I actually should explain landing cancels before. But I'll do that at the end of the run. At the end of the start. And the end of the run might be a bit too late, you know?
Well, we could explain it at the end of the run, but
I mean, people might be wondering why the screen is wobbling, or the screens are wobbling every now and then.
Yeah, we can explain that.
So basically, when you land, you'll see me doing that now. When you land, you're gonna have a small animation for the character landing, but if you press down on the camera, go into first-person mode, and immediately cancel out of that, you're not gonna get the animation. You're gonna get out of the animation pretty soon. And that saves just 0.2 of a second, I guess, or something. But you can guess that every time we land from a launch star, we try to do that. So that's going to add up really quickly. And that's a pretty easy trick to do. After you just got to press a button, basically.
And also, like, at the end of this level, you probably saw... I think you ended with 0 starbits as well, I can assume.
Yeah.
So, at the end
I think. Let me check, actually.
And anyway, I can explain a little bit about it. Like, at the end of each level, most of the time we want to end with 0 starbits, like, if we can only have a few at the end. Because normally if you have starbits at the end of a level... hang on, I gotta make sure that I have to go to Honey Hive here. But yeah, if you end the level with 0 starbits, there won't be a text prompt at the end of the level saying how many starbits you've collected. It just says like, yeah, you didn't get any, so we don't have to update you on your total. It's still the same from before.
And text box just wastes time.
Yeah. So we try to avoid it as many times as possible.
The big one, the first big skip in the game, and that's Honey Hive 1 skip. Here you're gonna see me doing that pretty soon. Basically, we're climbing to the top of the level, where you should be climbing for the 2nd star. But the platforms are all there, so what we do just here is we try to climb up the tree using a very specific tech that's called slope climbing. I'll explain that in a bit. And then you just want to slide down the slope. I missed the jump because I'm a moron, but whatever.
Time to catch up, boys! Oh. Maybe not.
Doesn't help that we're both going for the hard setup for the trick. There is an easier setup, but we do try hard, so...
Oh.
Yeah, basically you want to skip from tree to tree, like I just did, and then go back up the tree.
My angle was bad.
So, hey there, end of the level.
Oh, that's not gonna work either. Go. There we go.
Okay. Frosty got that too. So basically, we skip all the a fantastic conversation with the Queen of the Bees, and the tutorial now to use the power-up that we'll see later on. Frosty, that was a dangerous place.
I know. I played it safe there and went a little bit back.
Makes sense. That's a good play.
Yeah, it can actually happen that you barely not get on and you basically turn around when that happens.
That's bad.
Yeah, because Luigi will start sliding on his belly, and at that point, yeah, you can't do that strat anymore to climb back up.
Basically, what you want to do for that strat, if there is anybody interested in there, want to try that, it's pretty simple. We're gonna use, I don't think, no, if we're gonna use it again, no, we're not going to multi-molten. So basically, what you want to do there is just you need to be sliding not on the belly, and that's called butt slide for a reason. And basically what you want to do is just jump whilst you're holding the direction you're falling in. Then immediately after you jump, you can reverse the direction. Basically, the game just doesn't want you to climb slopes, so it makes you jump only if you're holding the direction you're falling down. But you just need to go around that a bit. Now it's the same first half of the level. Remember, we're not supposed to be there in the first level. We are now, but this is just the fastest way to climb. Of course.
Yeah, like...
Nice spin. Nice.
Since Luigi jumps really high and doing a wall kick after...
Are you kidding me? I'm missing the most simple movement in the game.
But yeah, with Luigi having such a high jump and doing a wall jump gives so much height as well. Oh my god, I almost fell down. It let us reach places that the game doesn't really intend you to, making us able to... Oh god, Alright, you made it. But yeah, with those wall jumps, we can just reach to high places that the game doesn't really want us to be at this point. Oh god.
You can see this is not supposed to be turned off, probably, but... Why? But basically, turning it on loses time, so... And now the hardest boss in the game.
Ooh, it's really low. I remember having trouble with it in Galaxy 2 as well.
Rip the dream.
Oh.
Yeah, tower climb can be a bit finicky every now and then because you're wall kicking off of stuff that's not supposed to be wall kicked off. So, yeah, you just need to be pretty precise with the jumps.
Oh.
It's hard to do fast, basically.
This guy actually giving me some trouble. Oh. There we go. There we go. Like, I'm only an animation behind. How much is that even throughout the entire
It's
run?
Galaxy, and animation is 30 seconds.
Exactly. Like, that you actually know that from the top of your head.
Yeah, let's say that the fact that this game has a very long intro and outro animations can be a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you don't want to watch things that are really slow paced. But it's a cool thing if you're the streamer and if you're a person in the chat and you want to interact with the streamer, because there's a lot of chance for you to just chill back down and relax a bit. It's nice. I like it. I can appreciate both things. Just running a fast-paced game or a slow-paced game. There's good in both ways to run the game.
Yeah, since this is like a 3-hour run, I just saw that in.
Well, it wouldn't be. If that so animation so long. I mean, probably would be like just under 2 hours.
Yeah, then it would have been so much faster. So for a 3-hour run, if it would all have been fast-paced and stuff, I don't think I would be able to run it. Like, that would be too high intense for me.
Okay, so this is the first instance we see the B power-up, quote-unquote, because it's just slower. So you'll see what we're going to do with it.
I also just realized that the estimate on screen is from when it was still a 2v2 relay race.
Oh.
Oh, well.
I think we can go under that.
I think we can. But yeah, originally we planned this out to be a 2v2 relay race. Unfortunately, one of our runners, Pollister, wasn't able to get to BSG Annual anymore, so we decided to make it a 1v1 race. Shoutouts to Kimito for... We discussed among us what we would do with only 3 of us being there, and he was like, yeah, you two have the best PB, so it's probably the most fun if you two do a race. So I definitely want to give shoutouts to Kimito for that.
You can't be on the couch because he's got an ill. So yeah, really shouting Kimi out because he actually did a good bit of just he sacrificed himself, I guess, for that. So yeah, it's credit where credit's due. He just he just did a thing that not many people would have done. So
dang it. I hate it when I miss
basically, you can see that me and Frosty did two different things to hit the boss. Frosty went for the second hit with the B power-up and the third one as well. I didn't do that because the B power-up is... You can't long jump with the B power-up.
I tried to go for the triple jump on top of him, but I messed my angle up and I missed.
Oh, rip the dream.
So I had to create some sort of backup.
Okay, now since we're not... I don't really want to rant about motion controls right now. If the announcer has something to say, if our host has any donations, or... Apparently not. Yay.
Right. Well, we don't have any donations right now. I can give a quick shout out to our sponsor, ViewSonic, who supports the event with several monitors for the streaming area, as well as several practice monitors. Obviously, with minimal latency for speed and accuracy. They simply understand gamers and want to show their support to continue BSG and to spread the love to gamers in Europe.
So we're gonna have a race on this Manta Ray, basically, and the way it works, you just need to tilt your Wiimote to turn around. It's basically an auto-scroller. I mean, you can gain time there, but if you're going for risky strats, you can gain 2 seconds out of that. And by risky strats, I mean like individual level strats.
I said no to the penguin.
Frosty, there's a skip that if you want to say no to the penguin, but you first need to perform the skip. Only it's like pass only. Apart from the setup has just recently been found for RTA, but I haven't learned that because it's quite hard.
Also, shout outs to explaining how to turn left and how to turn right.
Yeah, I mean
that's important.
Did I get any coins? I can't remember.
Probably.
I try to do coinless usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, saves half a second.
I mean, but you also have to maneuver around all the coins.
Yeah, I just got the coins. Rip the dream. That turn, the last turn is the hardest one if you want to do coinless. And this time it is not really that good. 5840 is just subpar for me, at least. We're gonna get rewarded with this fantastic star. I wonder why a penguin had a star. I mean, Bowser, you're supposed to do a good job hiding the stars, not really giving out to just random creatures, but hey, I guess we can do with that.
Yeah.
Our second fastest split. The next one is really a short galaxy, but that it is surprisingly complex. It has a lot of complex movement in it. The game notifying me of stuff, which we're gonna use that stuff, like the galaxy that we just discovered, and we're gonna do that now. And the Hungry Luma, which we will do in a bit, because feeding Hungry Lumas, you can do that in Observatory, and they unlock, instead of a planet, they unlock a complete new galaxy. So, which has 1 star though. So we're gonna do these 2 of these galaxies because they can be pretty fast. They're just, you'll see that in a bit. Oh, I got the frame perfect jump.
Ooh. Yeah, because if you enter a level and the first time you enter a level, normally you're a little bit stunned after you enter. However, if you do a jump on the first frame that you land, you actually skip that animation of being stunned, and it can sometimes be quite surprising if you get it. Like normally I'm surprised, like, oh, I got the first frame perfect jump, and then I mess up anyway because I didn't expect it.
In this galaxy, it's actually pretty useful because there's an early cycle you can catch. If you, well, you can catch it even without the frame perfect jump, but the frame perfect jump actually practically guarantees you can do that cycle.
Wow, I'm an entire galaxy behind.
It's flip switch.
True. But making it sound, saying like I'm an entire galaxy behind, it's like,
oh, drama, he's really behind, so if he catches up, it's really an upset.
Yeah, but we're still mostly going through the easy levels here, and a lot of things can go wrong in later levels.
Yeah, pretty much. I would agree with that. First boss in the game. And that's going to be a big robot by Bowser Jr. Who'd have guessed?
Oh, not even Bowser?
No, not even Bowser.
Ooh,
we're not even worthy of that right now. Feels bad, man.
Okay, so I get the triple jump.
So you'll see this planet as a trapped launch star. I don't really need that. Basically, what you do there is just using the triple jump, which is, of course, the highest jump that the character can perform, and spinning, you can get enough height to get in the gravity field of the other planet, which is pretty massive because they made a huge-ass robot, basically. So
it's really convenient for us because then we don't have to break open that cage by finding a bullet.
Yeah, it's very fast, of course. I mean, everything we kind of do here now, we do that because it's faster than intended, of course.
That's basically in a speedrun, right? It's like anything you do, you do it like because it's the fastest way to do it.
Ooh. What?
What the hell are you doing?
So yeah, usually it's pretty free, but I don't know. I might have been slightly off the positioning when I activated the cutscene. So yeah, now a barrier rises around here that turns around in the game's way of telling you carry 2 bullet bills. Still not need that. That one can break the cage really easily.
Really? Really? The skip isn't hard.
1, 2, 3, hold back, shake. With the nunchuck.
I did. But I did that the second time as well, and it didn't work. Oh.
Okay, so the second Grand Star unlocks you the second lobby ward, which is going to be the Fountain Dome. And we're gonna spend a bit of time there as well. We're gonna return to this dome, but conveniently the Grand Star places us outside the dome, so we're gonna travel. Actually, we're not going to have to exit the dome.
So yeah, as you can see on Alea's side, lots of cutscenes, many cutscenes.
It's not even that bad. It's that I mean, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Sunshine community for the poll that they actually did. I would love for a poll like that to be held, but whatever.
There we go, easy.
Unfortunately, there's no way you can actually skip every cutscene. But
Well, we can skip a few. That's a lot in the Galaxy game.
I just saved the game. Fantastic.
3 seconds of
Yay.
time save.
Yay.
Oh.
Okay, so as you can, I took a bit of a shortcut there. Now the teleporter is pretty slow, so I just triple jump there. And the sensor bar is doing weird stuff, but that's the norm, so not really surprising.
It's the Wii sensor bar.
Not
It's,
really surprising, as you can see.
Like, always something, when something goes wrong with pointing at screens, always blame sensor bar. Because it's actually...
I'm actually gonna adjust it a bit. Maybe it's gonna help. Okay. So, oh, here's this reset junk.
Alright, let's actually get this 3-second time save over Alea's here. Oh wait, no, it's after the cutscene, never mind.
So, okay, there's a skip in this galaxy that you can do. It saves about 25 seconds, I think. You're gonna see me going for a bit safer setup. First try.
Hey, let's go.
Basically, it carries you just a bit over in the level. You just use that pull star to swing into the gravity field of those planets. It's actually pretty hard to nail if you're trying to get it, but after you get the consistency with that.
Also, shoutouts to Sludgy Up.
Shout out to Sludgy Gamer. Holder of many world records in this game. So this might be a good moment to explain the fact that if you're walking on a slope, and that slope is... You can basically do weird things with slopes in this game. Monkagiga. If you walk on an upward slope in this game, you can actually gain a bit more height with the jumps. This is the game's way to avoid... to avoid your jump to be too low. So if you walk on upward slopes, you can gain a lot of momentum there.
Oh.
We're also going for the hard setup there, because he's a try-hard.
I wanted to try. At least once.
That's cool. He showed the people different ways to do that.
That should make it. Or not. I thought I had it. It's really close. Really? I'll give it one more shot, otherwise I'm gonna do casual strats. Or whatever. I'm gonna do it casually. I don't want to be stuck here forever.
It's pretty precise, so you don't want to just be stuck there forever. It's just... It really depends on your movement you do before. There's a lot of stuff involved in that. Not really easy to either understand or just do it. So here we're boarding an airship, classic Mario trope. And at the very end of the level, there's going to be a boss fight, as you could probably tell by the fact that there's a special ship with a red carpet on it. That's probably obvious, but I missed the shell. That happens sometimes. I'm gonna get a shell anyways. You wanna carry a shell up there because the boss fight is gonna include shells, and this way you're gonna have already a projectile in your hands before it even begins. So you want to do that. It's pretty neat time save.
Also, I just went for the alternate strat there for this level. Like, and I don't know that wonderful triple jump. Shout out to Sludgy Gamer for that jump. I haven't had the time to properly practice that trick, and because, you know, so many things going on around here, there's events. It's was rough.
As you can see, I've just shot Kamala in the face before she could actually throw me a fireball in the first round because I had the shell. So that's the good RNG for once and finish the fight. There's a cycle cancel you can do on Kamala when she's firing the fireball. When she's in the animation, I jumped on her face and spun, and that way you can cancel the animation.
Look at that synchronization.
Pretty much.
Not that we did a different star, but...
Wait a second, wait a second. Oh, the star count isn't synchronized.
Ah,
Damn it.
We'll quickly catch up over here. Like, there's definitely some threats in this game which are very punishing if you mess them up. Like, so far the threats haven't been that punishing.
That should be said. There's a lot of strats that can go wrong and a lot of levels that can go wrong. We're gonna see, I think, after Space Junk, the first big skip that's gonna be punishing. I don't know. It's there. Oh, maybe Mansion Clip can be punishing. I mean, it's not really that punishing.
No, there's a
Beach Bolt,
right
Beach
there.
Bolt, Beach Bolt free skip. That's punishing.
Yeah.
So now motion controls.
Yay!
Actually, the rolling ball is not that bad, unless you need to do Green Star 2 in Galaxy 2, in the Galaxy 2 Rainbow Challenge level. And no, I can't remember the name. That is bad. That is very bad.
I can't remember the name either. And I even run that game. It's
You don't even run that. You don't even know the route for that game, you know?
do I?
So you want to avoid as many enemies as possible, because as you can see, when you hit them, they slow you down, and we don't want to go slow. And sometimes they're in the way. And I got the fast exit from the rolling ball, so I should explain this thing. I explained that in the Galaxy 2 run, because that's the engine is the same with few little tweaks for the Galaxy 2, of course. And if you spin and move backwards, you're gonna gain way more momentum than if you spin and you try to go forwards. So you can use that mechanic combined with a side flip, with a backflip, to get a lot of distance. You'll see that probably many times.
There we go. I also get Camilla. Nothing too bad, fortunately.
It's a pretty forgiving boss. Well, you can lose time easily, but you won't die to it.
Luckily, it's not the Daredevil from later in the run.
Oh boy, Deep Dark Comet. Gotta like it.
I don't.
Nobody likes Deep Dark Comet. First try, Poggers.
Nice.
So there you're supposed to collect some star chips, but to form a pool star, but nobody needs that. And there you're supposed to unlock a bouncing enemy that can bounce you up to this platform, but again, nobody needs that.
Oh, like gravity around small planets can be really weird.
Yeah,
so.
you can do weird stuff. I'll just show you now.
So fun to do.
Need to be a bit careful, because a glitch was found that if you do that for too long, you can actually die. Out of there's no real reason. You don't need that play. You just die. The game decides that you're dead. So this level is very important to collect star bits in, because there's not many places where you can collect star bits. Only have one is generally a good place, but we skip all of that, so hey.
Yeah, when without that skip, you can get like
50 something star bits.
yeah, even more, I think. Oh.
Yeah, 50 without trying.
So with that skip, it definitely changed around a little bit with where to grab star bits, but still.
As you can see in this place, that we can grab like 80 plus. Actually got 80 perfectly. Now I want to kill this because I lost my PB. I lost 10 seconds to that stupid Gilbert being in the way. So yeah, I just assume that weird stance on the side of the planet to lure the bullet bill because you don't want that to hit the cage. You're gonna lose a lot of time if you do that. It's a really, I'd say, stupid way to lose time if you know how to avoid that. Okay, so after getting the star, we're carried here in the observatory because Rosalina needs to explain comets.
And comets are fun.
Comets, yeah, are fast usually, also. So that's good.
Yeah, the comets basically. Oh, you can explain.
Don't worry, you can explain what a comet does.
Yeah, so comets basically unlock an extra challenge in levels you've completed before. So usually there are a little shorter versions of before, but then with an extra added difficulty. For example, doing it within a certain time, doing it with only without getting hits. So usually, since it's a little bit shorter than the regular levels, they're usually pretty fast to go for. Of course, there are exceptions, but most of the time we definitely want to try to go for comets.
Yeah, for instance, you're gonna see that the level with the skip that I did before, Space Junk 1, as a comet, and we're gonna do that again. Alright, I am gonna do that, I think, because Frosty doesn't use that route.
No,
I believe.
I use a slightly different route just because it's since I don't do that one skip at the end, it's not the most optimal level to do there.
Well, if you don't do the skip, it's faster.
Yeah.
So even if you don't first try the skip, it's actually even. So that there is a bit riskier, but
Yeah.
it can be faster. Actually,
Like-
they rerouted again Space Junk Comet to be done instead of Balrog 3 right after the level I'm doing right now. But I'm not going to use that because mainly I'm lazy and I don't want to make the splits.
That's always annoying when route changes happen and they just break your splits in this game.
Yeah, because you're saying, well, can't you just change your level positioning? No, you can't, because there's cutscenes in between, there's observatory movement. You don't want to do that.
Let me know when you guys have some time for donations and the likes.
I do think we have time for some donations at this point.
Yeah,
so
I'm just
go
gonna
ahead.
do boring movement here.
Okay, so first and foremost, hi everybody. My name is Cruel. I'll be your host for the next few runs. We just got 2 donations coming in. First, a €13.97 donation from I don't really know what that's a reference to, but sure. We also got a €5 donation from Indy saying, "Hey Frosty and Elias, good luck with your run. I want to thank all the people here at BSG for pulling off an amazing week, and even with the problems we had, we made the best out of it, especially with the very limited amount of people we had at some point. This reminds me of a very good RPG speedrun. We were very underleveled, but we made it safe to the end. BSG 2017 was casual. This time we just glitches, skips. We lost time and saved time, but more important, our bond became stronger than ever. Good job, everyone. Hashtag BSG hype. Also, personally, I can say all of my runs went flawless. Hashtag Indra Indiop. So yeah, thank you both for your very generous donations.
Now, you're seeing me doing stuff with the camera and looking at objects. What?
What? Okay, that's interesting.
That's interesting, and then that's a 15-second time loss, I believe. Yay! Basically, in this game, objects don't move unless they're on. I want to throw that on the actual cage now, making sure that it's not gonna do stuff. So basically, what I did before, and then I screwed over because I had to go back. Objects in this game move only when they're on screen. So you want to look at movable parts of the course sometimes to make sure they're on a good cycle. So I did that before. I made sure that was on a good cycle. Then again, the bomb just basically said, "No, you can't get through." So I just basically screwed over. It's not a major time loss, but it's a small optimization. It's interesting to look at the small optimizations here and there. Also, I can't apologize. I just noticed that my face is always not turned towards the camera, but that's because there's a weird setup thing going on.
Yeah, like normally, like there are 2 monitors right next to each other, and there are 2 CRTs right next to each other.
But hey, we're not playing on 2 CRTs or 2 monitors.
Yeah,
so
there's a bit of a gap in between them. So my screen is like where the camera is, and then Elias's screen is all the way over there. It's interesting setup, but we made it work.
shoutouts to Nintendo for making the Wii both 4x3 and 16x9. That can help sometimes, but sometimes it just creates a mess. Also, there is small gravity jump again, triple jump. That's pretty cool. Looks cool. Other than movement, looks very cool. This story is very movement heavy and very long, as Moby said. So this story is very long, and somebody might have just had the question pop in his mind, why are you doing that if that's long? Can't you do something different? Yes and no. Yes, you could do that. But this star unlocks a very short start after when the Comet appears. It's basically the boss fight for this level, and you'll see that last like 20 seconds. So
yeah, that's good.
I just screwed over.
It's kind of a theme throughout the game. Like sometimes you'll see us do a pretty slow level, but most of the time when we actually do one, it's done because it will unlock an easier star later, either with a Comet or just that the star after it is
Shout out
pretty
to
fast.
Gusty Garden too.
Yes. What? I missed the Luma.
Getting double kill pretty easily. Didn't get the ground pound. Cancel, unfortunately. So here we are at the arena for the boss.
There we go.
I see some gravity jump. I was supposed to land on there and not get in the ledge grab, but whatever. Me already messing up this fight. Fantastic. Yay, longest boss fight in the game done. This is actually pretty easy. It's actually pretty easy boss. The Comet version, it's not, because you have 1 health. So even a small mistake can be pretty punishing.
And at this point, I think you're going to be heading to the Bowser level?
Yes.
Oh boy.
We're gonna meet the first Bowser.
All right, I kind of spoiled it that we're going to see Bowser.
Oh god, who would have guessed?
Bowser is in this game!
It's not like the boss, the stage, like, I don't know, the stage preview has his face, you know.
Well, the Bowser Jr. levels also have that, but we don't see Bowser in those.
That's also true. But then again, I wasn't pointing out that there's Bowser Jr. in this game. We've already seen that.
We already seen him, though. At this point, that wouldn't be a spoiler anymore.
Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff happening in this stage, so you might want to follow there. First, there's that warp. Actually, the only intended death in the game. We do, actually, I think. So you see, I skipped the section of the level. And then there's this weird jump that you can do, just abusing a bit the gravity here. It's pretty okay. You don't want to get squashed in this game because it's not 64 and it's insta-death here. I mean, that still does 3 damage, but here you only have 3 health. So I got lava boost without wanting a lava boost. Oh, hi Bowser. How are you doing? Not very well, I see. Okay. Well, hope it's not my fault. Probably is. Alright, you'll be introduced in this level with the main mechanic on the Bowser fight. And that's pretty easy. Just make him stomp the Galaxy Core and hit him with a spin after that. There's a bit of cycle canceling here and there. I'm gonna be trying that. I'm not very consistent at it, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Yeah, I got the bad outcome. He won't stomp me instantly. I should be getting a bit of star bits because I'm not really that good on star bits. I wasn't paying attention that much to star bits, and I'm not really in danger, but I need to pay attention to it now. Okay, I got the good outcome. So you can see I cancelled into a stomp on the core. It's those old mode optimizations. That's a 3-4 second time step, I guess. And that's the first Bowser. It's pretty linear. Just gotta make him hit twice.
Full Bowser level behind.
That is beginning to be a bit more.
Yeah,
That's 3 minutes. I can't remember what my goal is for
I
this.
think it's like 4 minutes even.
Nah, it's less. Second Bowser in 4 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
If you do the skip.
Yeah, and you don't mess up the skip.
And don't mess it up, of course. Are you doing the Death Warp? Actually, it's very personal preference based, so...
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing the Death Warp, just to play it a little bit more safe.
Fun fact, some people say the Death Warp saves 1 second, some say that doesn't save nothing. For me, it's just better, because I have just the setup for the next jump already made from the spawn point, so...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's a bit tight to make, and if you miss the momentum going forward with a wall, you're gonna get squashed and die again. So that's not... You need to be confident in the strat to do that. So you can see a bit of a theme with the dome names. There's a terrace, there's a kitchen, and there's a fountain. And there's a lot of stuff. There's also a bedroom, there's an engine room, which you can guess will need that to be repaired, of course.
Because, yeah, we didn't mention it though, but we need to kind of repair the observatory to go to the center of the universe and save the princess.
Yeah, basically, apparently the engine room contains an FTL drive or something like that. If you don't know what that is, just a faster than light speed engine. I would love to see that design, but unfortunately we can't see that. Also, shoutouts to Nintendo for making the most fake news title for a star, Sunken Treasure. You guys were gonna be diving in, right? I mean, it's sunken, and instead we're gonna be doing this. Because, swimming is very slow. Unless you do a trick. We'll see that later. A lot of stuff is broken in this game, must be said.
So while you guys are working your way through these levels, mind if I hop in here for a bit?
Sure thing. I just got another skip.
Okay, well, thank you guys at home for watching the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Currently, we're streaming live from you from Bladel, the Netherlands. We are currently raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. 95% of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society. The other 5% will be used to help us improve the BSGs. And if you donate any amount over €5 over the course of the event, and that includes all of today, you will be eligible for one of 10 Action Hank Steam codes kindly donated to us by True Black Shark. We'll be announcing the winners of this after the event, so yeah, keep an eye out for that, and let's get that going as well. Do I have more time, or do you guys want to take over again?
Go for it. I'm gonna do a star that's pretty straightforward.
Okay, I quickly want to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel for the first time. They've provided us with additional equipment such as cameras and the likes, as well as extra experience and knowledge just to help make BSG Annual even better. And also, a quick word about our sponsor, ViewSonic, who's also supported the event with several monitors for the streaming area, as well as several practice monitors. I believe one of which is currently in use by Frosty for the Galaxy run. Obviously, with minimal latency for speed and accuracy. They simply understand gamers and want to show their support to continue BSG and to spread the love to gamers in Europe. And of course, if you're a Twitch Prime user, you might consider using your free monthly subscription right here on the ESA channel. You will get access to both ESA and BSG emotes, and you get to support both of the events. So 2 for the price of 1 right there.
So, Frosty, you're actually doing Beach Bowl 1, I guess, right? Skip him in.
Yep. At least, I think so.
Let's see if the game is okay with that.
Quickly checking my route here. Just in case. Just in case. I know what kind of train wreck it was.
If you need, you can ask me. I know that route too, so...
I'm fine.
Okay.
You can focus on your own route. But after the train wreck of Galaxy 2, where I made a few routing mistakes because I didn't have the route by
That
hand.
was just one.
Fair enough. But after that, I had the route next to me because I was scared. But yeah, so I have the route here next to me. We're doing slightly different routes, as mentioned before. But in the end, it doesn't matter even that much. So
yeah, I said it. At most, it's like 10 to 15 second difference. And that skips you. I'm gonna do a cool strat here. This is the first secret star of the game we get, I think. And basically, they're hidden in certain levels. You can get them. And this is the first instance where we're gonna be skating. So skating is fast and very cool. Just getting a lot of wall kicks here. And I'm gonna be attempting a strat that looks pretty cool. It's very hard to save time with that. You need to be very fast. I barely made it. Camera angle, that's pretty uncooperative. I almost made it, even with that bad camera angle.
there we go.
Okay, so you can see that you can stand on that small piece of ice, and it's a pretty interesting strat. That results in a weird jump and a weird noise. I don't really know why, but apparently Ouija decides to do a corkscrew backflip because he wants to, and it's a pretty cool jump, so shoutouts to Ouija for making that happen.
I have plenty of starters at this point.
Yeah, I just made it back on the route. I got a lot in Beach Bowl Secret Star. So now we're heading towards another skip in the game, which is basically a cool long jump. It's not really that much going on, to be honest, but
sometimes it can be a little bit unforgiving.
It can be. It is a bit unforgiving. We'll see if the stars align. I.e., if I'm playing good today. That does not bode well. That must be said. Okay. I'm gonna wait because I wasted a bit of time at the beginning, and I don't want to be squashed by the tox box. Usually we triple jump on top of that, but safe strats.
Oh, Luigi. Oh god.
Okay, I got it. I got the wall kick off there. You skip a good 20 seconds in level. What did you do, Frosty?
I missed a jump out of the water, so I plunked into the island and I couldn't get out.
Ouch. Yeah, that is surprisingly slow. I mean, you can lose a good chunk of time doing that. And that's very... Oh, come on. You'll feel that.
Like that. And even throwing the shell into the star. That's what you get for giving me trouble like that. Like, you would think that a golden shell wouldn't break that easily, but it does.
Well, gold is pretty brittle in real life. I mean,
True.
whoa. Let's not do the comet now. That would be very bad. Like, very, very bad. Comets are weird. In this game, basically, a comet spawns in a certain... There can only be one comet per dome. And domes are the hubs where you can see us enter. There can only be one comet per dome. And it appears only on even or odd numbers, depending on the dome, depending on the comet. That's very weird. So you don't want to be doing stars off of the route. That's going to be pretty hard to recoup from. I did that in my 120 run, and that was... oh, let's not do that again. Nice block. Okay, got the second try. Come on, getting stuck in the door. Okay, that was definitely not very fast, but I didn't lose a big chunk of time, so that's still okay in my book. Also, we didn't mention they were saving Luigi as Luigi, but well,
does that matter? It makes sense.
I mean, parallel universe and stuff, but Frosty is lowering the Cataquack for that, which is gonna gain time if he doesn't mess up, because I messed up. So
there we go.
And yes, there's no floor there. Yay!
Shout out to Clippy Clip. It's not the most common name for that skip, but I just have one friend who always wants me to call that Clippy Clip, so
I just called it Mansion Clip. I mean, Ouija. Okay. As a side effect of doing that, that's not, of course, intended. Basically, what happens is the lights are there, but there's no light texture, basically. So you have to basically guess on the lamps inclined. There's lights that just oscillate, and you need that to come out of the boo form.
Yeah, that place gets really broken when you do that skip.
Yeah.
So
basically, the boo power up allows you to levitate and do some ghostly stuff, and ends when you hit direct light. Also, that starbit number is totally not intended.
what starbit number do you have? Is it 420?
Of course. You can meme around with the starbit numbers. Unless you're going for a world record. But hey, we're not going exactly for world record at the moment, so... Oh, I actually forgot the long jump. Nice job, me. Frosty risking it there for Chocolate Biscuit, but getting it, so...
It's fine.
I'm gonna be talking to Luigi.
Wow. I did the spin too early.
Fall of shame. Or of, I don't know, weird not getting the wall kick stuff. That happens sometimes, but... I spent like 100 lives practicing that skip at home.
Why aren't you spinning when I want you to spin?
If that was a dropped input, I feel sorry for Frosty because that can be very frustrating. And, well, the Wii being a wireless controller and stuff can do that every now and then. I remember dying to the drop shake in the in Freestyle 2 with the cool Lala boost. I wasn't planning on doing the strat, actually, but since we're at BSG, you have to do Lava Boost, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do Lava Boost.
Alright, I made it.
I'll dice that, but I'll do Lava Boost.
Yes. And I don't have to do it. Also,
I'm Monka-ing over the place, basically.
But I just saw Elias grab a 1-up, or a small text box appear saying, like, you grabbed a 1-up.
Oh.
Oh, crap.
Well, at least I got the checkpoint before. But hey, 20 seconds down the drain. Gotta love it. Of course, after you die, the cycles get messed up, and I don't know my backups. So guys, if you want some advice, learn your backups. I gotta concentrate on that now. Alright, I kinda need this. So yeah, it's kind of my fault for going for the long jump there. That's fast, but there's a risk that that happens. So
Yeah, let me try to explain what I tried explaining earlier because I let it too focus for a bit. But yeah, the first time you get a 1-up during your run, it actually creates a little text box. And it waits like a second to... It only happens during the first 1-up. And ideally, throughout the entire run, you don't grab any 1-ups, so you don't have to deal with the text box at all. But it's pretty difficult to avoid all the 1-ups throughout the run. Like, I already grabbed my first 1-up, like, 3 levels in, I think.
You can intentionally grab one to avoid having to... I can't remember where I need to go. Okay, I remember that. Hardest star in the game, guys. I need a lot of focus.
Did you talk to Miltoad?
Yeah, it's automatic.
Oh, right. The first time it's automatic. I forgot. I always forget that the first one is automatic. Like, I used to use a route which specifically stated, like, talk to Toad, and I was like,
okay,
but it automatically
Frosty, wait a second. Made it! Woo!
Let's go.
Shoutouts to, I don't know, Ouija being saved from a roof, I guess.
Can I butt in here for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
We just got a €20 donation from Super Genie saying, I'm liking this chill stream on a chill Saturday. Have fun for the rest of the marathon. Thank you very much.
Oh. Clippy Clip giving me issues.
Well, that trick can be a bit finicky because you need to release a very specific moment, basically. And, well, that can be a bit of a problem.
There we go. Jeez, the run hasn't been going that great on my end.
Yeah, I died in Sweet Sweep, so... Twice. Should be mentioning that. Second one was pretty fast, but twice.
I'm saving Luigi as Luigi because that makes sense.
I'm doing a race versus Luigi as Luigi. Only it's Cosmic Luigi. You may, if you've played Sunshine, you may remember Shadow Mario. That's basically a variation on the theme.
Because yeah, actually one of the differences between the Mario and the Luigi runs are that in the Mario percent you...
Save strats.
Woo! Those are strats are epic.
Save strats. It's... I feared a bit for my safety on that one, but yeah, there is an actually faster strat, but it can have a very negative outcome that makes you lose 25 seconds. So you'll excuse me for not doing that. Especially because I'm not really that consistent on that.
But yeah, in the Mario run, the Cosmic race is actually way easier than in the Luigi run. They figured that Luigi, since it's kind of sort of the New Game Plus,
they had to edit something.
Yeah, they had to make it more difficult, so they just sped him up by quite a bit. Oh. So, hi Luigi. I'm Luigi.
Bit of interesting observatory movement, but really here, all that's gonna happen is that we're gonna have to do the skip that we done before that Frosty died to.
Thanks to mention it again.
That's just to make the audience aware of what I'm talking about. You could have not been dead, and I could have said a skip that we both did successfully. So, shame on you, Frosty.
You could have just said the skip in the Sea Slide. Or, I mean,
Yeah,
The
this
beach
level.
bowl. There. There we go.
There are 2 skips in Beach Bowl, though. Well, let's stop bickering about that and mention the actual skip again. So, there is a change in this level, and that's the enemies are quite a bit faster, as you can notice. But if you know your movement, it's not going to make any difference. I just died, of course, because I don't know my movement. No, actually, I got screwed by some slope physics, but...
See, that's what you get for calling me out on that, missing that skip.
Fair point. That's karma. I didn't even die to the skip, though, so... Don't worry, this is intentional.
It works out. There you go. Second try still, and sometimes it just happens.
The skip was first try. The level was second try.
Second try level still could have been worse.
Yeah, exactly. I just care about the skip because I put like really hundreds of tries on that to be consistent at it. It's just...
I think every runner has at one point. What? I was pointing at the correct star, you know? Oh, that's really unfortunate. Like,
that's a 10 seconds down the drain of, well, 6 seconds, I think, cutscenes that you have to watch.
I think it's more than 6 because you also need the flying to the...
I'd say 8. It really depends on which cutscene it is. Oh no, this is pretty long, so 10 seconds can be okay.
Yeah, normally you want to select the level that you've already selected before, because that way... Oh... Really? Really? Come on.
Now I'm getting the third and final motion control level that we're gonna do. There are 6 actually, but...
Luckily, we don't have to do all of them, because the other ones are...
Challenge galaxies?
Yeah, let's know.
Let's pretend those don't exist. Well, this is pretty straightforward. It's pretty self-explanatory about what I'm doing with the pointer, so...
You're moving your bubble.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of star bits here. I'm not grabbing them. You might be wondering why. And I will answer you with, I don't know, that's a route. I didn't make it.
Like, the second half, like, we've already fed one of the Hungry Lumens, and as you mentioned before, that's, like, the tough one to actually have enough star bits before that.
Yeah, so you can actually have a run die because you don't have any star bits if you're not paying attention. And if you're not having other splits that tell you how many star bits you should have at any level, like we do now, don't.
I technically do. The route also mentioning them, even though I'm not paying that much attention to them.
Frosty with easy mode activated.
Wow. Calling it easy mode. I'm just well prepared. That's different.
Well, being well prepared is memorizing the route.
Oh, because then apparently you didn't memorize the route because you don't know all the starbit counts.
That's also true, but technically I don't even use starbit counts on my split. I don't think I had starbit counts on my split. Anyways, it's going to be a very spooky sprint, or not, because it's a secret star that we're going to do now.
Bait it.
It's this column of rock is totally not suspicious, glowing, indicating you that there's a secret in there.
It's the most obvious secret in the entire game. Like,
yeah, I like 90% of the people probably did this star before the race. And for us, he's going to do the race too. I'm not, because I'm gonna... so that's the routing difference.
Yeah. Like, Elias will be doing
Space Junk
Comment, and I'll be doing the very spoopy sprint.
This level is pretty interesting. There's a very, very cool strategy, but also very hard strategy in this level, where you just basically stand on the doors that are there, but you can't see. So it's really, really difficult. Let's say that even if I knew how to do that, I would probably not do that for a marathon, because that's pretty hard.
And luckily, the one platform with the star in it is always there, so you can just...
Yeah, literally, you can just get on the platform, basically.
Yeah.
All the platforms under the doors are there.
Alright, time to get redemption on this level.
The most annoying boss fight in the game. I'll let Frosty focus on that now.
Yeah. There we go. Only works if I do the spin afterwards. And it kind of scared me that Luigi wasn't spinning for a while.
Yeah, it depends. If you get the bad wall kick on the side, you have to spin. If you don't, I don't think you have to, but it just gives you a heart attack because it's so obvious that you can make it with the spin, and it's not really that you can without. That was pretty slow cannon. So here, skipping out of the level with cannon shot. Nice oversight.
Wait, I'm not going here yet, right? I'm doing bubble breeze first. I knew I was forgetting something, like... Okay.
I should not need star bits. Don't really need them. So, gonna have to fire, not star bits, the scuba shells at this airship. And it's gonna get annoying pretty soon. Now, Kame Koopa will spawn. Luckily I managed to just bait the bullet bill there. I couldn't get a pretty quick way to kill Bowser Jr. unfortunately, where you just have a... Ouch. I'm gonna take it safe. Not a run, it's a race. Okay, I didn't get egged up by auto aim. That can happen sometimes, that the shell auto locks on the target the game thinks you're aiming for. That's not really pleasant. It just didn't happen, and I'm pretty happy with that, even though some of my throws were not really from a very safe place. So, looking good. Also, we didn't mention Bubble Breeze skip.
I did my long jump too late.
Yeah, that can happen.
But yeah, bubble breeze skip. Like, there's entire... What? Excuse me. Why aren't you working? I never have trouble with the skip. Okay, that's not true, because I remember one time the dying animation of Luigi is... It's kind of hilarious to me. It's like the blah, 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 blah. And I just one time just started laughing over and over, and I died like 3 times because I wasn't focusing. I just heard that sound over and over again, like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, there's this entire second half of the level, which there's more bubble puzzles where you actually have to do many things, and
it's slow.
It's slow, and you can just jump over the wall there because Nintendo doesn't put in invisible walls.
Talk to Toad. Done.
Hardest part of the run.
No, you can lose 2 minutes if you don't do that. So usually splits are pretty helpful, but hey, we don't have it now. I don't have that.
Do you want me to look up splits for you as well?
Nah, I don't really need that. So, those want to say something, I guess it's a good time, because I'm actually doing now some... I don't know, Frosty, what... Yeah, Frosty is going to do Secret. Okay, now I think we can have time for a few donations, or...
Well, I mean, I have some other stuff I can talk about. So, yeah, we are currently raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. 95% of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society. The other 5% will help improve BSG. And if you donate, there might be a few incentives that you might want to look at. We have a few coming up still, as we're getting a little bit closer to Celeste. There is the file name incentive, which is currently at Cowie with 273 euros. But you might also want to put your money on, for example, Go-Go Gadget or Lava Boost, which are quite a bit behind. But hey, together we might be able to make it happen.
Lava Boost, best name.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's currently at 26 euros and 33 cents. So we still need about, like, a bit close to 250 euros. But I'm sure we can make that happen. We also have the incentive for Wear 2 sunglasses in a Hat in Time, which is currently sitting at 113 euros and 97 cents out of 300. So we need a little under 200 still for that. Or the Help or Don't Help Mustache Kid. Currently helping has a a 4 euro and 50 cent lead over not helping. But again, you guys can tip the favors. And of course, all of that money will go to a good cause. And if a donation happens over 5 euros, it'll, on top of all that, make you eligible for one of the 10 Action Hank Steam codes, one of the games we had earlier on in the marathon. Fantastic little 2D side-scrolling, like, platformer. It looks really hard, but it looks really fun as well. Can definitely recommend that. All of the Steam codes kindly donated to us by True Black Shark. So yeah, I mean, if you have... you know, a few spare euros in between the couch somewhere, this would be a fantastic way to spend them, I'd say.
Yeah, can we look at this couch?
I don't think there's any euros here.
Ah, that's too bad. Well, maybe some of the people at home might have some, so we'll see.
And you know I got Starbits here. Pointer, please. Please. Thank you very much.
Also, this is a this is a hard section of the game. Just crouch. You'll be fine.
That will work, I guess.
Alright, time for me to do Bowser Jr.
Yeah, then that needs to be the focus. It's a very, very complicated level.
Sure, just run into the bomb. Please, Nunchuck, work with me. Okay. Okay.
That was pretty tight.
Only
That was actually a good fight.
Yeah, only the start was a little bit rough, me running into the cannon shot, but after that was a good fight. Also, shoutouts to side slips. We never do it in a run, but I accidentally did one. It worked out though.
There's a strat that I do that uses side flip.
Oh, dang.
If I can pull it out, because side flips are pretty tight in this game. You really save Alpha second. Oh, so hey. So cool skip part 2 there, I guess. I'm trying a different setup there, I guess, because I think it's more consistent, but I might be proven wrong, so... I was not proven wrong.
Good job.
You'll be surprised by how technical the skip is, like how much stuff is going on behind the scenes of the skip.
Yeah, you need to hold very specific angles. You need to have a certain amount of momentum. You're avoiding other gravity fields. It's a lot of things going on. Sounds about. Thank you. Also, don't forget to talk to Toad. Oh, sorry, Toad.
Toad percent achieved.
We did, guys. Hardest part of the run done.
That's the wrong place from where to long jump. Don't want to die in this level, because if you do that, you're gonna be sent at the beginning of the level. Comets don't have checkpoints to add on the difficulty, and much to the chagrin of the poor runner that dies to this level after getting the skip.
Alright, time for a quick boss fight over here.
I'm gonna be saving Luigi Again.
Ouija. Gotta love Ouija.
So just watch Frosty's screen right now. It's way more interesting. I'm basically redoing the part of the level we already seen. Just there's a twist at the end, quite literally. Bad joke. Yeah, this is my reward. Come on.
There we go. Easy fight.
Finally. Thank you very much. I just tried this triple jump.
You just wanted people not to miss this section of the game. So you're just waiting for me to be done with the boss, and now people can watch that.
Yeah, all over again. Okay, let's have fun.
This one we're good.
Oh, fun fact, you can kill cannonballs by jumping on top of them. That's actually I'm gonna try to do that now.
Makes so much sense. Hey, let's go.
Doesn't make any freaking sense, but apparently it's a thing. Yay. My pointer is doing weird stuff, as always, so... It must be said that probably one of the hardest things to get adjusted for a marathon setup in this game is probably the sensor bar, because it's 100% going to be in a different position than what you're gonna be using at home, like even so slightly, and it's gonna just make things a little bit more weird. Nothing major, but I can feel the difference a lot.
Yeah, what a twist on your end.
So yeah, tell Rosalina I found this one. What am I gonna tell to Rosalina? So Luigi found a green star. Okay, I guess that would work.
So yeah, and since you're Luigi, you'll just say that you found a star, right?
Yeah, I would say the other Luigi, but then things could get weird. Like, are you Luigi or the other Luigi? Who is the other Luigi? Who is the original Luigi?
So yeah, I'm also gonna be going to this level now that Alea just finished. It seems like I might have caught up a lot, but since my route is slightly different, I'm not. I need to grab an extra star later. So for now, it's gonna seem like a little bit of a closer race for just a bit, not too long, I think.
I can't remember. Not instantly, at least. Doing cool stuff there.
Wow.
You can't do that. It's just a tad quicker. It works.
What? Dang it.
We're gonna be staying in the bedroom that we unlocked with the Bowser Jr. fight for quite a bit.
Luckily not for too long. Thank God we skipped one galaxy in there.
Dusty Dune. Oh, might be interesting to mention Dusty Dune and why it's not a galaxy. You see, I've actually done, before coming here to the BSG, the night before the flight, I've actually had like a bingo match with another player of this game. And basically I won in anti-bingo, which is you basically let the other person decide which row you do, because I let him do stars in Dusty Dune. So you see why we don't unlock that. That's a bad level. Slow level, bad level, just... That does not exist. Dusty Dune is nothing. Let's just not mention that. The other two levels are quite good. There's skips every now and then. Some cool strats. My pointer doing weird stuff. That's in every level, I guess, so... So, you should be unlocking a vine there, but you can do weird stuff with gravity as always. And now there's the bane of every Galaxy Runner. Not really this bunny, but bunnies in general.
Just bunny catching.
If you want to make a Galaxy runner freak out, just show him a picture of a bunny. It will go nuts and just getting PTSD for bunnies.
There we go. Here we go. Also saved Luigi. And did you even mention that he's giving us a green star?
Not really. Green stars are used for challenge levels, but we don't do that in the game.
No.
There's a good benefit though. The first green star will take you back to Rosalina because she needs to explain you what a green star is. And since you'll still be collecting that, it's better to do that when you have to leave for another dome anyways. So we do that when leaving Fountain for the second and last time. Because it saves time. Just a bit. Not really that much, but...
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna go after the star that's I'm only gonna be doing on my end. And for that reason, it seems like the route is gonna be very different at this point because I'm actually going to the kitchen right now. Grabbing some more the remaining stars in here. And so yeah, I can finally start talking about some stars as well because all the stars that I'm doing, Elias already did.
Well, I'm gonna be doing boy base later on in the run, but of course, I mean,
it will be fine. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we're going back to Ghostly Galaxy, and in Ghostly Galaxy, we're gonna find a very particular character who it's always fun to race. So instead of going for the obvious secret there, we're gonna follow an actual path. Wow. The bat actually hitting me.
where is the mode? Whoa, that was pretty close. Actually, took longer than I expected. This planet can be a bit inclined to give you time loss, like a lot.
It's probably in my opinion, one of the more annoying planets in the game. Like if you mess it up, it just goes to complete crap.
Let's say you can easily lose a minute to that.
All right, so we're doing the very spoopy sprint right now. We're racing this wheel over here, and we can use all these pool stars to kind of go fast. Like you want to grab pool stars as far away as possible as you can, just you gain the most momentum out of it, like that. So far, we're doing a pretty good, and luckily in this race, there's also a little shortcut. It's the most obvious shortcut ever. There's like this sling star over here, and if you take that sling star, it just skips like this entire section over here.
In the meantime, I'm in a boss fight, but I'll do that again. That will be more interesting, so... Because I'm gonna have one elf, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still gonna try hard because... Hey.
Oh, sub 50, that's a pretty good time.
That's not a bad time indeed.
And then he just gives us a star. Like
At least this time it's an actual Bowser minion, not a penguin, I'd say.
I mean, penguins can be Bowser's minions.
Now that I think about it, it could be. I mean,
like I know there are penguin enemies in New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. I'm pretty sure.
Oh god, you just made me realize so much stuff that I don't even have words for that. I actually did a long jump there because I wanted to throw away all the star bits.
Alright, and now we're going to Buoy Base Galaxy. Probably one of the galaxies with the best music in the game. Like
Banger alert. Actually,
they're hearing your game audio,
oh, okay.
so
Well,
they have to wait. They have the other banger alert though. Like they have Gusty Garden music.
Overrated. I can understand where you come from though.
My opinion, it's a really good song.
Yeah, it's a good song. Maybe I just lost the touch because after ringing it so many times.
Alright, so for this level, we're first going to be going for a secret star over here, and that involves grabbing a bullet bill over here, and we're going to lure him over to this pipe over here.
It actually has a different name, you know that.
Oh yeah, right, there are bonsai bills, right?
No, torpedo something. I can't remember. Torpedo T something, I guess.
They're basically bullet bills. but only underwater.
I know, but why? Nintendo does give stuff names. That's actually pretty obscure. Yeah, I got it. Don't want to kill a piranha plant there. I'm grabbing this question mark points, actually. For a very specific reason, you'll see why. And that's basically because they spawned this star. This rainbow star. And we're gonna need that because this golden chain jump is only gonna die to this. So
Alright, go back to Boy Base. And also that I'm done in the kitchen. So yeah, now we're gonna climb. I'm gonna do the actual level instead of just breaking that pipe, the entry to the pipe. We're actually gonna we're gonna raise some platforms here so we can actually start climbing the tower. Again, gotta lure this whatever underwater torpedo thingy is called towards the anchor.
I'm inclined on Torpedo Tim, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe someone in chat knows.
Yeah, somebody in chat knows. Please let us know. I actually really... I'm not used to not remembering stuff, so I don't really like this feeling. Let me see if I can get that again. Yes. Surprisingly more difficult than it looks. Of course. Nice hitbox game.
Go.
So there is a strat that I'm not really that consistent on, but I will try to show that if I can make it. Actually, Frosty, do you do the Gusty Garden free long jump?
I don't.
Okay, so I won't leave that to Frosty. I can show that. It's a pretty... Well, it's not really that weird. It's just a long jump that skips a cool, basically a good part of this just flipping gravity sections. And it's actually pretty tight. So if I don't make it, I don't practice this much. So if I don't make it, I'm going for conventional strats. I'll try to make it though. Let's first kill those two enemies that can be in the way. I think I'm way too low to that. Yeah, exactly. I just did it in a very bad way. So yeah, I need to practice the strat. It actually saves quite a bit of time, like 10 seconds or something. But I haven't practiced as much, so I think, even though I think you get the general idea of that, what's the point in the strat? So that's the most important thing. Game, please.
Wait, I do go for the other long jump in this one, though.
Okay, then you can show that. See, of course, I knew about that already, and I'm just letting Cross explain stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like, thank you so much for letting me explain some things as well. Like, and I don't mind you explaining the things. Don't worry about that, though. But that's always a thing during races. Like, the person in the lead is probably the one who's gonna do most of the commentary, mostly because he's the first one gonna be showing up the strats. And then it would just be lame for me to start explaining them again.
The same thing again. Doesn't make sense. So here's the actual fight I was talking about before. And it's gonna be pretty tricky. The strats you can do there are pretty risky because you need to lure Major Burrows, which is actually the name of the mole. You need to lure him out. And to do that, you need to be very close to him. But being very close when you only have 1 health is not the good idea. It's not really the good idea. But you need to do that to be fast, so we're gonna see what happens there. So a surefire way to lure him out is apart this section where he actually needs to come out on himself before I can spin on him.
Okay.
You got the quick grab on the money.
Yeah.
Wow, we actually... Wow. It's actually the fastest possible way to grab the money.
I took a little bit of time with my setup down. But yeah.
That can be worked, I guess.
Yeah, because if you're staying just far enough away when you start talking to the bunny, just hit it with a star bit, you'll actually start jumping towards you instead of running the other way.
Bunny whisper stress.
I also figured out that there's a new bunny stress recently discovered for the one in Gold Leaf, and I wish I could have practiced that
Of
before.
course.
Aww.
Yeah. Basically, I got him in a very bad spot, and don't mind the pointer. It's gonna do that all throughout the run. Basically, what happened there is I got him in a very bad spot. See where the curvature of the planet is worse. Like, it's more accentuated. It's gonna be harder to pull off the lure of strats, so I'm gonna be going for safer strats now. Or the first hit. The first hit is free. I say that, and I almost mess it up. Not actually, but you get what I mean. Yay, pointer! Thank you. So I'm gonna be just doing intended stuff now. Now, if you shoot him star bits, you're gonna stand on the spot, making it a quick and easy kill, provided you don't put him in a bad spot. And I believe I'm done with Gusty Garden. There's purple coins, but not really 90%.
Oh. Get back here.
Actually,
There we go.
I want to mention that the moles get to the more you hit, the faster they become. So
Yeah.
it's pretty annoying.
Yeah, and it's also really annoying that they basically are not moving when they're not on screen. So sometimes, if you're really lost for a little while, they can just be... You just
Hidden.
can't find it because they're not moving if they're not on screen.
Or
then.
they're moving, but they're behind the planet, so you can't see that.
Yeah, it's one of the more annoying planets in this game, in my opinion. So I'm glad it went as smoothly as it went.
Yeah, it was pretty smooth for both of us, I think. Not really the fastest, but consistent, so...
And this is also one of the only places where Nintendo actually plays some invisible walls, so we can't just jump to the other apples. It's like only one of the few places where they actually are.
So, you know, Nintendo placing invisible walls everywhere, then not placing them where they actually need to be.
Nah,
Or
it's
whatever.
that's just Nintendo. The guy designing all the invisible walls just had a very lazy job.
Wait. Yeah, because there's also a jump called the Leap of Fate. That there should really be an invisible wall. It's in this stage, but there's none. So, yeah, you can do that. It's using purple coins, but we're not gonna do purple coins. It's basically once you beat the game, you unlock purple coins. So,
Like, the purple missions are really fun though, but they take a very long time as well, so...
Sea Slide.
Let's not mention Sea Slide purples.
I'm gonna mention Sea Slide purples when I actually get to Sea Slide, maybe.
Just, I have traumas of Sea Slide purples. I think every 120-star runner eventually has made a mistake there and just gets a trauma out of it.
So I might mention the mechanics of this boss fight. You need to basically spin while near to him. And that can mean that near to him means that you can backflip and reach enough height to spin. So I'm exactly gonna do that in 3 occasions and basically make the boss not really that hard.
It's a pretty easy fight.
Yeah, it's pretty solid and easy.
Gotta love the star selection music screen. Like, I even mentioned it yesterday during Galaxy 2, but...
Stop making me notice that. Stop. It's just... I hear that so many times by now.
Oh, but it's great, right?
I'm gonna drink something to avoid focusing on that.
Oh, come on, you just... don't you love this music that you're hearing right now?
No. I mean, it's a good music, but...
Just hearing it over and over.
Yeah.
It's...
So, for some reason, Nintendo made I don't know if that's a mistake or that's intended, but this section is a slightly modified version of the section you meet in the 3rd star. But apparently you unlock the Comet after beating the 1st star. So, that's weird, but we can do that. We can exploit this thing to do the Comet first.
Just gives you a nice little preview of what's to come. Even though it's not really intentional, but oh well.
I guess you could look at it that way, yeah. Also, have you learned Oni climb fast stuff?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Because I'm gonna try that and mess it up. Oh, luckily you don't really lose that much time.
Yeah, it's just recently I haven't been that much into Galaxy 1, so you'll probably see me more using the little bit more of the outdated threads at this point. Because I run many different games, and keeping all the threads up to date for each of those games is hard.
Is practically meaning I wasn't able to do the 602 this summer, so I didn't use Galaxy properly.
That. It was a busy summer, alright?
Lava boost. Well, actually takes just some seconds to get to it, but yeah, I think you get what I mean. Are you doing the 602 this winter?
I think I'm gonna be doing the 602, yeah.
What am I doing?
Should I mention what the 602 is for people who might not know?
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, the 602 is a race that is organized twice a year, and in that race, a lot of people will race the first four 3D Mario games, so Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy 2, all in one go, all 100%. It's a very fun event, like many people join each time.
It's very long, 24 hours.
It's only like 24 hours. It could be worse, but yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, I mean very long because you run all the games combined.
Yeah.
There's a safe strat for this, but I'm going for the lava boost because BSG lava boost. If I get it, I want some lava boost type in the chat. Lava boost hype, guys. Actually,
nice.
If you're thinking about donating on the incentive for the lava boost file name, do that now in honor of this fantastic lava boost. That was on point, guys.
Also, I did the skip here. I just long jumped to that section there and hit the switch. I didn't want to take away attention from your lava boost though, because it's the lava boost. It's
lava boost.
Lava boost needs attention.
I never bothered learning the actual easy way to do that, which is dumb because it's basically free from what I can tell. Everybody tells me it's free, but you know, that's like only one skip. We were going both for the hard setup. I actually went from not doing it to the hard setup.
Yeah, it's like apparently that other thread is easier, but I haven't also been able to do it that other way. Like this way seems easier in my eyes, but apparently that's.
You don't have to time the jump with the other way. So that can I actually missed it the first time because I didn't time the jump correctly. So I can understand why people say it's easier. But it also loses 10 seconds, so don't want to lose seconds.
Right, I'm almost done in Gusty Garden over here. Seems like I'm pretty far behind since like LA is as good as done with Freeze. Well, there's still a few more stars in Freeze.
I still need to do Secret after that.
Yeah.
And Freeze and Free isn't exactly short, so...
But then again, I've also already collected a few more stars in the kitchen, so for that reason, it's still a pretty close race.
Yeah, the real decider will be the engine room. That's always the decider because there are some hard threads in there. It's easy to lose time, especially in Gold Leaf.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be seeing some cool stuff.
So speaking of donations, mind if I butt in with one?
Absolutely not, crew. Let's go for it.
Okay, we just got a 30 € donation from Solid Spider Snake. No comment, and it did not go to the lava boost, sadly, but still very much appreciated. Thank you, Solid.
Hashtag lava boost, guys. Remember.
BSG. Oh wait, no. ESA lava boost. I'm used to the old emote code from the BSG channel. ESA lava boost.
Ouija, thank you very much. That was a ground pound on a very thin ledge, guys. I wouldn't have lost basically anything because the checkpoint is right there, but of course. Of course. Can I now get the cool strat? Please, game. Thank you very much.
I opened Dusty Dunes. No, I don't want to go there.
No.
Yeah, since, as mentioned, Elias mentioned before, like these Comet cycles are very weird and very finicky. So even though Elias hasn't done the secret in this level at all yet, I'm actually going to be starting out with it just because of those Comet cycles, because I want the Comet to appear on a different... Since I have a different amount of stars getting in here, I need to have this secret star earlier to let the Comet appear.
Dang, and then died. We would have raised the actual star. Would have been pretty much in sync.
That'd be pretty epic. Oh well, that means I can show it off now. Like,
yeah, that's one of my favorite stars in the game. So
yeah. Just this Galaxy in general is one of my favorites.
It
the
is
ice
my
skating
actual
mechanic
favorite.
is really fun, and then the lava boost strats. Like
lava boost is cool.
Like ice skating in Galaxy games plus lava boost is, yeah, it's great. So the idea behind getting to this secret is that you need to grab the ice flower and make your way on top of some of these fountains over here.
Wait, there's an ice flower in this level?
Apparently there is.
Yeah, I mean on the bottom ground of the level. I actually forgot because I never used it.
Oh, oops, I actually went the wrong way. Oh well. I can still do this. But yeah, we can just run up the slope by just holding forward and keep spinning, because look, normally it's a slope you slide off of, but
you can keep the momentum.
Mm-hmm. Actually getting the fire flower. That's good. Oh wait, you already had a fire flower at this point.
No, I'm not the fire flower now.
Oh wait, no. Oh, you need to open it to open the cage, right? In Freeze Flame 2.
I'm doing... What are you doing, actually? I'm doing Fifth Secret now.
I was just talking about the fire flower. That's... The fire flower finally made an appearance, but yeah, you already had one.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's a fire flower. I mean, if you're watching the Mario Galaxy run, or Mario run in general, you probably know what a fire flower is.
It shoots fireballs. In case you didn't know. Just letting everyone know, there might be some people in here who've never seen a Mario game before.
Yeah, it's possible. 100% possible. It's just very iconic, so...
So yeah, as you can see, we basically skip most of the entire secret there. We just keep wall jumping up of walls, and then we don't have to do...
Just imagine that off of... Well, not really off of the levels, but in most levels, you could actually use... If you speedrun this game, you can actually use the name Wall Kicks will work from 64, because wall kicks will always work.
They always work.
Unless when they don't, then you fell skip because of that.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And there's just some weird walls which just don't allow wall kicks, which is really annoying.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a weird strat, if that works.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's basically you can skip the first part and you get a really weird momentum canceling into basically a rocket fly. It's gonna you'll see that if that works. Try to set up here. You can see that. I just got flung up into the top of the planet. That saves a bit of seconds. can be a bit weird to nail, but just did it. So yeah, it's not that hard. It's also pretty cool to show your friends if you want to do that. The setup is pretty simple. Just walk until you hit the wall and keep pushing it through to the wall for like a second or so. I pulled the Danny.
No!
Now, I pulled the Danny because there is a runner that's actually very close to world record that died here. And I pulled the Danny. Shout out to Danny GG for running the game and being very good at it. Shout out to me for actually getting the strat and then dying on the second planet. That's the most simple planet. Pointer, I would like you to be on the other side. Whatever. Not even here. It works on this one too, just in a weird way. I'm gonna use it in multiple points of the planet just to try and gain some more of an advantage, of course.
Oh, okay, you saved it.
Yeah, I don't know, my Oni climb is just doing that well today.
Sometimes you just have those days, like when you start messing up like the easier levels, it's just the speedrunner thing to happen.
This level is free, guys. I'm not even joking. I'm bad. I'm a bad speedrunner. Don't watch me. Watch Frosty.
I mean, hang on.
He's gonna lava boost.
I'm not. I'm just really confused about my route because it says that the freeze flame Comet should have spawned now, so it's weird. I don't know.
You should. It's the first star that unlocks the Comet, not the secret. Did you do the first star?
I did both the secret and the first star.
Well, maybe you should be spawning next on the next star, so just don't worry about it.
Yeah. Whatever.
As long as you don't unlock any other comets,
we're usually fine.
you're usually fine. If not, you can just do Dusty in 1, I guess.
Yeah, good one. Good one. Yeah, I'm going with slightly different strats on this one, and they're a little bit slower, but definitely more consistent. Oh, I guess one lava boost for them.
Lava boost has to happen. Even if it's on the strat, lava boost needs to happen.
I think this one has a coin. No, I thought those had coins. Never mind.
Now this level is.
Oh, okay. Now I need to. I need to work coins somewhere. Oh yeah, no. I mean, it works. It works.
Now, probably one of the coolest skips in the game. See, gravity works in a weird way in this game. And I messed it up, of course.
Aww.
I just jumped too early. I just switched strat for this skip, and I'm still paying the price, I guess.
It's a really cool skip to show up, but sometimes the timing is pretty precise on it, and the inputs you need to do on it as well are as well. So it's definitely not as easy as it looks like.
Again, fantastic. Okay.
I think the Comet spawned now, so
Probably yes.
yeah. Then this route that I got over here is wrong. Whatever.
You even wrote down the wrong route, Frost. What? What?
I don't know. It's also shout out to the best level name.
Okay, rip skip. I just don't want to die. Just resetting the skip. So, yay, scrub intended strats, I guess. Fun fact: the planet can screw you up there because if it starts moving upwards, you can't actually get the wall, the ledge clip. So you can't die in a stupid way there. Rip the skip. Hey, Frosty will share that to you, I guess.
I hope so. Now I'm really scared of it as well.
Hey, when people are behind in races, it's always like that. You're always scared if somebody nails the skip first, right? I didn't get the skip though, so I'm safe.
There we go. So yeah, I think I'm catching up maybe a little bit, hopefully. Who knows? It's definitely hard to see at this point.
Yeah, the route differences a bit. I would say this is pretty close, even though Weebase is pretty fast, but
It's, we'll see closer towards the end who's actually going to be in the lead.
When I exit Toy Time or Sea Slide, will be. Actually, do you do Toy Time or Sea Slide first?
I think I do Toy first. I'm pretty sure I do Toy first.
Okay, so there's another routing difference. Interesting.
I'm not entirely sure. I can look at my beautiful route next to me over here.
I'll make that a meme, you know, right?
Yeah. Also, I jumped to one way.
You're cycle canceling Bowser, basically. If you hit his tail when he's spitting fireballs, you can make him stop doing that.
Which is really convenient.
Which is, I'm really confused as to why, but I guess that he doesn't like the tail hitting part. PTSD from 64, I guess. I understand that.
Also, one of my favorite long jumps in the entire game is coming up. I love doing this upcoming
that
long
jump is very cool.
It's so satisfying to do.
Yes. I'm probably like 2 or 3 minutes behind PB now. I usually on a PB base run I get sub 2 Bowser 2, so.
Oh well, it's a marathon race.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by that. I was just using the chance to check on and just giving people an indication of how well we're doing. I have no idea about you though, Frosty, so.
I think I'm doing worse. I think I'm probably like 3 or 4 minutes behind PB. But then again, anything can happen in late. What?
You need to spin there. You can't make it on the first, or rather, maybe you can.
You can. I've done it before for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I love the I think. Hey, isn't it written on the strats on the route?
Oh well. Whatever, I'll play it safe and
Should ask to add too many star bits. I forgot to throw them away in some stages, of course. That's gonna happen always.
Luckily, better have too many star bits than too little.
It's like 3 seconds or 4 seconds of time save.
Yeah.
But okay, so Rosalind explaining to us that okay, we will be able to make the starship work again if we can. Okay, let's not forget this. Actually, you can get that later, but I usually get that here now because if you forget, you're not screwed. You don't lose time.
Honey climb, of course.
What? What?
Yeah, I think at this point you're currently in the lead. Like, we have the same amount of stars at this point, but you've already done some of the few slower stars. Especially the Bowser, yeah.
So if there also is anything to say, I guess it's time for a couple donations. Gold Leaf 1 is just boring.
Okay, well, I'm sure I can fill some time. So first and foremost, I actually kind of want to mention that we are getting pretty close to the total amount of donations from last year's BSG. BSG Annual 2017. We're only just shy of €1,000 off at this point. So yeah, let's see if we can actually increase or, like, you know, get a bigger amount this year than we did last year. That being said, we are still raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. 95% of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society, and the other 5% will be used to support BSG. And you know, if you're not from the Netherlands and you're thinking, well, nationwide organization, how does that affect me? Well, that means I'm sure everybody at some point might have had somebody affected by this horrible disease, and hopefully together we can get a little step closer to curing it once and for all. I still have more time, or
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna grab a bunny, so yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, if you are a Twitch Prime user, then may I suggest using your free monthly subscription if you still have that available right here on the ESA channel. You'll get access to both the ESA and BSG emotes, and you get to support both of the events, so 2 for the price of 1.
Have you actually seen a new strata for that planet there?
Yeah, but I usually go for the bunny grab since it's pretty consistent first hit. Of
Yeah.
course, it's not gonna happen in the marathon, but whatever.
It's just, the strat just looks so much fun. You just do a very specific setup and the bunny just starts running towards you and you grab it. It's like, okay, sure.
Come to me, bunny. Come to me.
And it was also just recently discovered, like someone...
A Trustful, was it? Shoutouts to Trustful for routing the game and just discovering stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about Trustful, we should mention the fact that you can play this with 2 controllers.
Yes.
But
it's
it's weird.
It's interesting. Like, you can add a second player to this game and you can do some extra cool strats with that. Like, it would use a second controller, so it would mean that you're basically holding 2 controllers at the same time, which is definitely interesting. But it allows for some extra skips because you can do extra high spins in the air, higher jumps in general, and it makes some extra skips possible, but it's also just really weird playing with 2 controllers at the same time.
I thought about learning that, but it's just strange. It's just, I don't know, it feels weird in the end. So, shoutouts to whoever runs this game in 2-player, because it's really strange.
So I'm coming up to the skip now as well. Hopefully it will work on my end. Oh, please, please, please. Okay. Also, gravity fields here are weird. Be careful.
I'm also coming up to a skip, so...
Wow, the block pushed me into the goop.
Of course, times 2. Of course, times 3. Oh, okay, I actually got it. Okay.
Oh.
First try, Cloggers. It's just... You just use the same mechanic that I used in the early level you've seen in this game when you called it Shoutout to Sludgy Gamer. The mechanic is the same. You use the slope to gain a bit more height.
Oh.
Oh, Frosty got attacked by the direction. Ouch.
Can I come in here with a quick donation?
Yeah,
Sure, go ahead.
We just got a €5 donation from the Gesso saying, "Hello, long hair man on the couch." I think he's referring to you, Frosty.
Yeah. Hi to you as well, Jisa. Hope you're enjoying the run. There we go. But yeah,
Very
that
nice.
basically skips that entire auto-scroller section.
Which is 20 seconds or something. I think 20 seconds is a good estimate for that.
It's unfortunate that neither of us could show it first try, but whatever. It eventually got showed off.
That's the most important part.
Alright, time to defeat Bowser. I also want to mention something. Look at Bowser's hair. They put so much effort in making that work so majestically.
Also, shoutouts to the fact that there's no wind in space, but apparently, yeah. His hair have just individual will. They're just moving on their own. So here you're supposed to grab B power up, do a couple things, but as we've already mentioned, the B power up is low. So yeah, there's a cool setup for this. You'll see that now. Also, yeah, that could be also a banger, I guess. This music is pretty cool. Of course, I didn't get the height. What? That's never happened to me before. Okay. Just get a double wall kick there, and you can skip a good part of the level. Now there's a bee shroom, but we're not gonna get it. As said, it's slow. Okay. For whatever reason, we decided to backflip. Now, please. Of course not.
Oh.
I just never get it these days. I don't know why. Maybe I spin too early. Well, probably I spin too early. You can skip the cutscene and make the boss inactive in this level. At least you'll see the boss, and now that works. Now I'm gonna have to wait for a cycle, and that's the big reason you want to skip that.
But still, it's a pretty fast boss fight.
Yeah. This went pretty good. That's me wasting 1 second to drink.
I'm just gonna stretch a little bit. Like, we've got more animations. Like, I can just. Let's get
Poor cat.
comfortable. He's still here.
You're about to just throw him down.
Also, shoutouts to everyone on the couch right now, like Sonic, our mascots, Yoshi's, Turtles, Perry the Platypus. It's a fun couch.
My beach towel.
Your beach. Shoutouts to your beach towel. Don't know what it did, but thanks for being there.
Apparently, okay. Apparently, like yesterday, the chat was not well. They didn't understand when it was a blanket or a beach towel, and that apparently became the beach towel man. So, of course, it's me underestimating the Netherlands. Coming from Italy, you can understand that.
Alright.
I'm actually pretty close to the bubble exploding barrier there, so closer than you think.
Me now also getting to the engine room. Like, yeah, Leia's, you're still in the lead, but it's not that far.
Yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 minutes behind. So, goal lift 2 is pretty long.
Like, you just mess up somewhere. It's
Yeah, okay. I can just die twice in the final Bowser if you want.
Yeah, sure. Just let's make it a close race. Come on. Nah.
Here's the side flip 1.
Ooh.
Mind if I do another donation?
Go for it.
Yep.
We just got €5 from the plumber himself saying, loving this race so far. Let's hope for a close final.
Thank you so much, Plumber.
Shoutouts to Plumber.
Plumber's a really nice dude. Don't know if he's in the audience right now or he's watching from the practice room, but I know he's at the venue.
Well, he's currently sitting on the audio desk right next to me. So,
hi, Plumber. How are you?
you know, he's helping us make sure the audio is done well. So, shout outs to Plumber.
Rip side flip, by the way. Feels bad, man. I got the triple jump though. By the way, you can do the same skip that I did in the level you've seen 2 levels ago. You can do that here too, but the camera is weird, and if Cosmic Luigi grabs a star, you're dead, so I'm not gonna do that in most races. Oh, also, talking about races now, can I make a quick just shout outs to the Galaxy tournament that's gonna happen?
Yeah, definitely do that. It's probably a good thing to mention.
Actually, I think like the sign-ups will close in 2 days. Sorry, I'm not.
I think it was like the 3rd of September, I thought. Or something like that.
Yeah, it starts on the 3rd of September, but I think the
Oh.
sign-ups close 1 week before that. So anyways, there's going to be an 90% tournament of this game. I'm currently signed up as a participant. And it's gonna... Well, you can find more info in the in Super Mario Galaxy Discord. Just find that on speedrunner.com. Basically, it's going to be a tournament with all of most of the top runners, because I don't know. I don't know if Valu is gonna participate or not. I think he has still not decided, but most other top level runners are in there. There's a lot of cool people in there, so if you want to just give it a shot at the tournament, or even just look at for the races, you can look for that. It's a pretty cool game to run, and you can see really crazy strats on that tournament probably.
I still need to sign up for that. Like, it's just been so busy preparing for BSG Annual that I kind of forgot
Please
to sign
do,
up
mate,
until
because
this point.
signups are gonna be closed in.
I was gonna do it after
2
I got
days.
home, which is...
I'm gonna remind you. You know that.
Yeah, please remind me.
Because you're gonna forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna forget. I can't blame you. I also forget stuff sometimes. Usually my car's keys. It's not pleasant, but that happens. Also, shout out to Auto Scroller Land.
Gotta love auto scrollers. Oh, don't get into this Link Star. No.
No, I grabbed the coin.
Right.
Don't want to do that for the same reason you want to grab extra star bits. Tax boxes.
Xboxes are... they're not fun. Hello? Excuse me? This jump should be easy. There we go. Hello? Go. This level can be pretty annoying with so many, like, you're supposed to use these cataquacks, and those cataquacks,
Cataquacks are bad.
yeah. For example, like there, like, you need to lure him to this very specific spot, but if he just hits you slightly early, he just knocks you off to the complete wrong side.
Basically, their hurt box is broken, which means that you can hit them from light years away, basically. So I'm currently doing Sea Slide. You're gonna see that from Frosty after Gold Leaf.
Hello? I'm having so much trouble with this. Alright, swag strat time. Woo! Really?
That's the Frosty for getting the cool strats before the and making them more consistent than the easy setup.
Come on! Whatever.
And now we might be seeing the first instance of a glitch in this game that's called the Surface Wind. Yeah, I just got it. Basically, you want to keep mashing the shake, and this is like the worst part about it. But you can go super fast with this, and it saves a lot of time if you get it fast in the levels. There's 2 levels when you use this, and this level and the level I'm gonna do after that, where I'm gonna be shaking for the best part of a minute. So
Workout percent for a reason. Like, if you want to get fit and speedrun at the same time, this is a really good game because...
but you need to be able to switch and for the Wiimote, because you can't really mash the nunchuck spin. I've tried mashing the nunchuck spin for the surface ones, it doesn't work, so at least for me.
I really like God Leaf 3. Like, you did it before, but just this is probably one of my favorite levels to do, just because it's so movement heavy and...
Yeah, it's a pretty cool level.
And if everything goes right, the movement looks just so nice.
There's a lot of strats to climb up the tower fast too. You can also do a cool thing with the tree near that, but I don't know if Frost is gonna do that. It's pretty hard. As in that hard, not even the top runners do that, because it saves so little that there's no point going for it, basically. You're kind of forced to grab a coin because we're using Luigi and the let's say he doesn't like being underwater. His air depletes way faster than Mario's, and he depletes air every time he spins, so... Technically you can make it, but it's gonna be risky. So I tend to grab the bubbles whenever I can.
There we go.
Stupid red shell.
Yeah, you definitely don't want the shells messing with you because with them you can't do the surface swings, which are still way faster than grabbing the shell.
$58 on the spot.
Good workout. I'm gonna be
Ouch.
working out in a bit. Which is good because I've been not moving around a lot this weekend, just because I've been around the venue the entire week. So
And you've been, in that match, you've been sick also, so
Yeah,
shout out to
true.
Frosty for pulling this still out.
Wait, why is the Comet not appearing?
It's the last one appearing.
This route is outdated! Or it's not right. Guess we're doing the secret first.
So this is the last big level we're gonna visit, and it's Toy Time Galaxy. It's actually a very cool galaxy, game design wise, and skip design wise, you could say. There's some cool strats you can do here, and they look really good. The only thing I can't do in this galaxy is basically the hard way of a skip. But Frosty might be doing that. Ouch. That loses a lot of time.
Oh, it's not too bad. If Zanzibar is cooperating.
No, it's not. It's never. Why are you even asking that, Frosty? It's
I don't
never
know.
cooperating. I just want to not point the Wiimote at the screen so I don't accidentally collect star bits. That's a thing you can do, actually.
Yeah, the level LA is right now has like so many star bits in it.
You can literally grab 100 star bits, but since I don't do the star bit routing, I have already too many star bits, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to not grab any star bits for the rest of the game besides for that level, because I still need like 60 more, I think, and that can all just be done in that level.
I think if you actually pay attention to everything and grab all the star bits you can get like 150 or something. That's like a lot of star bits. Then again, Monkas. Shut up, Mini Bowser. I'm not doing this very fast. I apologize for that. I mean, I missed some parts of the movement.
What? I had it.
Oh, for us, you're doing the thing that I mentioned that I'm not doing because
It's weird.
you can risk death there.
Alright, should still barely win. I had it first try, but then I got the spin against the wall instead of a wall jump, so...
That's bad. So I'm actually on time to use a strategy from a friend/rival of mine. Shout out to Creepygar.
I didn't even know you could do it like that. I'm just going the regular old way of doing that strat.
But I mean, the regular old way, if you mean not getting the launch star, is actually faster.
Yeah, but it seems like that your way is way more consistent though.
It is. Actually, depending on how fast you are, you can do the normal wall kick, which is the way I actually started doing that, or this way. That's the way Gar started to do. And the thing is, since we're pretty close in PB and we're we're basically kind of rivals, but also friends. We started doing that with my setup. Then we got faster. We were both faster in the game, so we can catch a cycle where his strat is convenient. So that was actually pretty cool. I mean, I also got starbits, damn it.
Thank you for the reminder that I need to grab starbits during this level.
They're like everywhere. How can you forget?
I don't know. It happens. Like, normally I already have enough storage when I get to this level, and then I just ignore it.
Okay, now I need to not screw up there. I need to get 50 star bits, and they're going to be crucial. Because if I don't, I can't even go forwards in the level. And, well, you could casually play in the game, but I will mess up with the Comet cycles, and I wouldn't be able to, that would be a very big mess. That has happened to me once during a race. It was not pleasant.
Also, why did you not mention the best power-up in this game that we're completely skipping out on?
Oh, the spring power. Is that a power-up?
No, it's a power-down. You don't want to use the spring. It's slow, and most of the places that you need... with the spring, the only real advantage with it is that you can get really high, but luckily Luigi's backflip with wall, combined with wall jumps and everything, it's just high enough to get to all the places that we need to.
I think triple jump spin, wall kick spin is actually higher than the spring jump.
Yeah.
So, great job Nintendo at making actually a power-up useful. Very great job. I think it's the most useless power-up ever seen in the video game history. I'm not even joking.
Well, there's like... Unfortunately, there's like 1 or 2 instances in this game that you actually have to use it. So yeah, here I'm going for the other...
You know that...
Mecha Bowser skip. I'm just gonna be wall jumping along this wall here, but camera is kind of weird sometimes. Hang on.
By the way, Frosty, you know you can actually completely skip the spring power-up in this game. There's a strategy in Beach Ball Purples that allows you to skip that.
There actually is.
Yeah, there actually is, but nobody goes for that. Because it's slower, but there actually is a strat. Technically, you can do that.
I almost just want to go for it for the meme, like, during runs. Like, yeah, we're not gonna use the spring power-up
during
for
the 602. Let's do that. I might want to join this year. I just need to get better at every other game that's not Galaxy.
Ah, that's so doable. You've got this. You've already got like one of the longer games done.
Yeah, it's not totally not the longest, of course, because Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 2 is a thing.
But I don't know. I might join not this winter's 602, but definitely if I'm not joining this winter, I'm definitely joining next summer.
Looking forward to it. All right, I had already way more starbits than I actually thought. I got plenty of starbits at this point.
Shoutouts to the screen for the stream for the stream playback, telling me how many starbits I have. I actually forgot to check and then watch the playback.
All right. I'm only slowly following behind Elias here with the stars he's doing in here. He's already done C-Slide though. I've already done Buoy Base. In the end, it's still slightly in his lead, but for now, it seems like a really close race. Alright, make sure to grab starbits. Give you a starbit here. Thank you. Barely enough.
Only mentioned the fact that if you get squashed, there is an insta-death, so... And it's at the very end of the run, so you want to be you want to be on point on this Galaxy, because if you die, it's also Comet, so as Comet, death equals no checkpoints. Yay.
But to be fair, during the regular level, once you get to Death's Planet, there aren't any checkpoints either, so...
Yeah, that's true, but the point is not that it's very hard, it's just a very big time loss.
Yeah.
And I'm done with Toy Time. So now I've got to do some stars that Frosty did before. Namely, the Galaxy where I gave the banger alert, but it's actually mine.
Okay. Excuse me. Don't wall slide off those things.
I got one star bit. No, I actually forgot. I'm stupid. I need to still do it all time too. I'm stupid.
Oh, you're almost.
Toy Time 2 is fairly fast. There's a lot of cool gravity bouncing around, basically. So you'll see a lot of stuff here.
Oh, wait, get on top of here.
If I can pull that off, that is. But there's just small optimizations, but they're really cool to watch. I mean, I like these threats very much.
Oh. Get out of there, Luigi. Luigi,
Yes.
get out of there. Thank you.
That saves. That doesn't look like that, but saves like 5 seconds. And I just wasted those 5 seconds because I messed the long jump time. That long jump timing is very bad. Don't do that. Nope, didn't get fast threats, unfortunately. You can bounce on that enemy to gain a lot of momentum and almost reach the starship. So, if you ever played this game casually, you probably remember what's on the other side of this planet.
Oh boy.
So, if you ever get the chance to watch that level done by Speedrunner, please do, because you're gonna just get your jaw dropped out of where it should be. Just oh. I think I once tried to grab all the 150 purple coins. I did that second try. So, yeah, when you have more skill in the game, you can definitely do that. But grabbing 100 I remember when I was a child, grabbing 100 was already difficult. So. Okay, now I'm done. And I can proceed on to Boy Base. Or Boy Base, or that galaxy, I guess. That's actually the best time loss I've ever had in the observatory. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I actually got a lot of momentum. I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, it's a really annoying movement in the Comet Observatory just because you have to deal with the freaking slope there, and sometimes you just get way more momentum out of that slope.
Well, I actually was fishing for momentum, technically, but I got in the wrong direction. In a slightly wrong direction, so I couldn't align properly.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't exactly seeing what's happening on your end.
Yeah.
I just had to base it on what you said. All right, I'm almost done with toy time here as well. After that, I just need to do a few things in C-Slide and then quickly follow behind.
On the contrary from Galaxy 2, where you can hear this music for 10 seconds, like, because you finish the level instantly, you'll hear this music, and it's very good. Also, shoutouts to Nintendo for actually making the underwater music muffled and look like you're underwater. That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
That shows the care they put in the game, which is actually something very cool. I never had this camera angle. Luckily, it doesn't affect very much the thing, but the penguin does though. So we need to climb the base. And Frost probably already showed you some strats. Did you actually get the skip at the top?
I didn't go for it.
Okay, so you might see some stuff now. You have to grab all the starships in this level, but there is another way. Nice double wall kick. Sometimes you can't get that. Okay, that is actually very tight. You need to jump on the platform while holding A. Hold A, just as you need to hold A.
Hold A.
At all times.
Remember, hold A. If you want to start speedrunning this game, hold A.
And you need to spin with the nunchuck at a precise moment when you're ground pounding that platform, so you actually get a double bounce. That's pretty tight, but it actually isn't very punishing if you fail because you can still bounce again. So, as you can see, I got like three or four tries to do that. Just do C-Slide 1.
Yeah. Basically, all I gotta do now is do the rest of Sea Slide and go to Drip Drop, and the final most difficult star after that. So yeah, you're like, I think about 2 stars ahead.
Still need to finish Sacred, but it's pretty fast. So
Yeah.
so Frosty, I think already showed you this. So if the host has something to say right now, now it's time. There's also going to be a Bowser cutscene, but
Well, sure I can. Thank you guys at home for watching the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming live from Bladel, the Netherlands. And as we are doing that, we are still raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. 95% of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society, and the other 5% will be used to help improve BSGs. We are getting pretty close to our total from last year, so yeah, just shy of €1,000 off. So let's see if we can hit that this year again. And if you do decide to donate, any donation over €5 anywhere in the event, including all of today, will get you eligible, or will make you eligible for one of the 10 Action Hank Steam codes kindly donated to us by True Black Shark. He ran the game here earlier in the week, and he was kind enough to give us some Steam codes to hand out to you guys at home.
so we're actually doing a level that's pretty famous in the community for killing runs at the very end of the run. That's bad. So you actually need a pretty precise strat to do that. It is very fairly routed. It's a very fast level, but it's easy to mess up because mainly camera angles. So I'm gonna try this strat now. Okay. I go for a slightly different strategy than the top runners because it's more consistent for me. Just a personal preference. It's 1 or 2 seconds slower, but I think it's worth for me having. It's worth more for me having the consistency rather than the second you can gain.
Oh dang, yeah, I'm actually 3 stars behind.
Yeah, Weebiz is pretty fast, so
Yeah.
I thought you were doing Seaslide 1, but you done Seaslide C. You did the Comet.
Yeah. Comet is pretty fast though.
So we're still on pace for sub 250.
Mm-hmm.
Like fairly on pace for sub 250, I think. 1 star left. And that's going to be, we're going to be saving Luigi for the 3rd time.
Luigi.
Not good egg. Anya.
You can do the comment in good egg.
Oh right, it's not like it's 100. I mean it's an half slower, you know.
Wow.
A lot of stars, maybe Battle Rock, for instance. The stars there aren't that short, but you don't have you don't have many options there. Not much more you can do there. And in the end, you unlock the Luigi star and the Comet, which are pretty short. So
No, I lost it. Whatever. I'll just spin to the end.
you might have noticed I've placed myself at the exact point where the star would spawn. So there's always minor optimizations. You can't actually pull 64. Actually, in Sunshine, you can't do that because the shine animation ends when the shine touches the ground. Here, you are actually required to be on the ground for the text box from Luigi to appear. So, in both games, you can't pull a 64 and just ground pound from the air. Unfortunately, in some cases, you can already be in the air though, like in the Boston and I have 2. I think I did that.
Oh, that's not C-Slide. That's C-Slide.
And I'm going into the final boss now.
Good luck. Don't mess up.
And cutscene %, bathroom break %, call it whatever you want.
Yeah, it's one of the longer cutscenes. But hey, it's not the 120-star category where you are forced to watch the credits for 8 minutes.
Well, in 120 stars, you need that break. Let's be fair.
True, it's like a 6.5-hour run.
Imagine doing the 602 and not having that break.
Then you just take your breaks at one point.
Yeah,
and it's
probably.
like, yeah, well, I'll make it a quick break now, whatever.
I should mention one thing. We're now joking about it, like taking breaks during 602, but you can imagine running multiple games for upwards of 20 hours. The world record is actually 2108, I think, from Valu.
Yeah.
So that's to Valu for being Valu. It's not a joke. I had a friend of mine that dropped out because he was feeling ill during that. So if you're not used to that, you don't want... Well, you want to actually make sure you are prepared to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're fit. You must make sure you're fit. You've actually tried the longest runs. You're actually you're prepared for the fact that you'll 100% make mistakes, and you're not guaranteed to beat your PB during that race. So you can also be a bit, I don't like the way I played this game, but you still have to move forwards, of course. So that's a very demanding race. So shout out to Frosty for doing that.
Oh,
It's
shout outs to all the 602 runners.
exactly.
Wow, really good service wins. Both of them first try.
Let's try early cycle. I got a ledge grab. I think that's not fast enough, but oh, whoa! I actually no. The lava boost is not enough. Rip the dream. You can actually catch a very early cycle here. You save 10 to 15 seconds. It's actually a very big time save. Now we're gonna do another meme. You can spot that in the chat if you want. Frosty, don't spoil. You probably know that, but don't spoil.
Oh, I know.
Nice angle there.
At least I think I know the thing you're mentioning. Or there is some other meme that I don't know about.
You'll see, you'll see. When I'm done with the meme, I'll tell you. So yeah, basically we're skipping a bit of stuff here. Like you've seen me doing a long jump on a weird angle. That's because Nintendo actually put an invisible wall there, but that's not enough to deter us, I guess. We'll find a way. Actually, a 1 health. I don't want to be a 1 health here because the fire bars here can be a bit of a nuisance. The meme is complete, Frosty.
I know. I noticed.
What? I wasn't old in that direction, I swear. Really. That's not like I'm trying to... I wasn't old in that direction.
More lava boost.
So, if you were in the chat and you spotted this, you win if somebody in the chat spots this, I'm gonna donate towards the lava boost incentive for Celeste. I'm actually gonna do that.
Someone must have spotted it.
So, can somebody check the chat and see me? Someone has spotted it.
Wait, this is kind of bad.
Yeah, not you, Frosty.
Okay,
Don't do that.
Two things real quick. First of all, what did they spot? Oh, I think somebody actually just pointed it out. Never mind.
Okay,
Are we
so-
talking about your starbase count?
Exactly.
Yeah, somebody has. The dungeon dude actually just pointed it out as I was asking that question. Also, Frosty, I got asked to relay a message to you from your everyday speedrunner.
All right, you can do that.
He says, Mario?
Mario?
Mario!
Mario! Thank you so much. Yes, there.
Let's not make the same mistake once again. Well, I didn't make the same mistake once again. It was another mistake, so...
Shout out to getting lost on this planet. Always happens.
Yeah, as I mentioned, you can lose a lot of time.
Yeah.
I think this my play, judging by the time, my play wasn't really that crisp, but I think it's fine. Actually, it's my first marathon run, so I can be happy with that.
Yeah, you're doing really well. I'm just playing really bad. It's just been a rough week, and it's starting to get to be.
I want a rematch after this. I really don't want to have beaten you because you're sick.
Nah, don't say that. Like I've 95% recovered at this point, so
I still want a
Did you-
rematch.
we'll definitely do that. Who knows? Maybe it will happen in the Mario Galaxy tourney.
That could be. Actually, that could very well be, considering that your seed will be pretty close to being matched up with me. So that could happen.
Already looking forward to it. And then we'll make it a closer race.
Actually, my seed I think is 7th at the moment, or something. I don't know if the guys from the community did some last-minute PB to sneak in with a better seed. I'm actually at BSG, so I can't really check the community Discord that much. But I don't think I've seen any new PBs. Oh, the final Bowser fight. Oh, I'm messing up the Starby count. You don't want to do that.
You need it. It's a thing.
We're actually making new bingo goals. And one goal is actually end the game with this number of star bits. Because we had to feed in a meme goal every now and then.
It's a pretty good meme goal.
Optimal strats there. Also making optimal strats and then messing up the easiest hit on Bowser ever. Or in every game.
Yeah, that second phase is usually pretty easy because, like, from almost any spot on the planet, you can just hit him with one of those things. Just like, sometimes you get really, really unlucky if you mess up and he lands in a spot where you just can't hit him. And it's just, no, I don't want to wait. I want to go.
Actually missed the cancel. I just got a side flip. Of course, side flips. You get them when you don't want them, of course, every single time. I'm gonna try to show you guys the cycle canceling on the second hit. You can also do that. Basically, you can make Bowser cancel the rolling attack by hitting him at a specific moment. Or being damaged, rather, not really hitting him. Really? Are you kidding me? So I want to hit a fireball here. So yeah, he actually immediately exits that attack. And this is the last hit, so the time is after a cutscene, but you can start getting ready for that. It's actually a 246, which isn't that bad. It's actually 7 minutes away from my PB, but
still, for a marathon run of a Galaxy run, that's really good still.
Hey, I'm underestimated by 35 minutes. I don't think anyone has managed that. 35 minutes at least, and I think I managed that.
But yeah, that estimate was still a bit high.
So time is when I actually grab the star. Fun fact, I can just tell that whilst we're waiting. SDA timing is pretty weird for this game because the timing we're using is grabbing the star. So actually, now it's coming up. So, and time.
Good job, dude. Let me quickly finish this Bowser level over here.
So I was mentioning about the timing. The old, basically, hub for speedrunning used SDA timing, and that's on last input. But on this game, as last input, you could do a weird thing and do a backflip. So the backflip actually carries you into the star. So you should have timed it when you actually release the bugs from the backflip, which was, let's say, not that great. You can understand what I mean here.
Yeah.
So this timing method is way more consistent.
Oh, don't backflip.
So here's the weird angle jump I was mentioning. Frosty actually got hit slightly by the invisible wall,
but luckily not too bad.
Yeah, the angle wasn't enough to get the bonk.
There we go. Just quickly making our way through here.
We should mention Luigi can jump longer, and longer means that some jumps with Mario are hard or impossible. Luigi makes them slightly easier. And the buoy base skip that I did, the thing where you need to do that all day, spin with an unchecked stuff, with Mario it's possible. It's Luigi only, because he gains more height than Mario on jumps. Hey Frosty, don't make this mistake I did, please.
Of course not. Would I ever make any mistakes?
I don't know.
Probably I would.
Actually closer to your PB than I was.
Oh.
So I kind of quickly wanted to mention to the people at home that the file name for Celeste is closing in on its end, with that being the next run and all. Currently in the lead is Cowie with 273 euros, second Go Gadget with 47 euros, and then Lava Boost with 26 euros and 33 cents.
Team Lava Boost!
Yeah, all the way for Team Lava Boost, but we have some ways to go, so, you know, if you guys want to help us get that to become Lava Boost, or any other name of your choosing, be sure to be fast, as we'll only probably have about like 15 to 20 minutes left before that one will close off.
Yeah, I got hit by a bullet bill there by accident, and right before the checkpoint, so... Oh well, we get to see this section again.
Doesn't look like, but this section can actually go wrong in many ways, and it's again at the very end of the run. This game has the mid game for this game hasn't got a lot of run killers, apart from Bowser too. But the early game is brutal, and the late game is as brutal as that. You can see both me and Frosty have lost like,
Please.
ha, like ouch. That would have been.
What? I get stuck behind every little ledge thingy.
Feels bad, man.
Oh well. That means you can just see more Galaxy. Like, everyone wants to see more Galaxy, right? It's only been like almost 3 hours of Galaxy. And to be fair, like, I wouldn't even say that's that much of Galaxy, because, you know, 602 having like
242 stars. Really bad category. Don't ever make a mistake to run that.
Yeah. It's
It's technically 100% for this game. Technically.
But people don't run that. Only a few crazy people.
Yeah, you don't want to play the same twice, guys. There's you have to draw the line somewhere. Mine is at the 120 star, basically.
Mine is at the 602. Like, but 242, no. that's just a big no. Who knows? Maybe at 1.0. All right, so let's see. It's kind of unfortunate though, those few. That cost me a few minutes there. I think otherwise it might have still been able to get us up 250. Nah, it wasn't that much of a time loss, I guess. Sub 255 is possible though.
Yeah, it's pretty tight though. You need to make every cancel, I think, to get that.
It's pretty lenient. Like, I think approximately when this cutscene starts, it's like 3 more minutes. So
it's 3 minutes and something.
Yeah,
the point is that
slightly over 3 minutes. So I've got 30 seconds of leeway. Which
also, I make a quick shout out to Potters the Dragon for dying in Final Bowser.
Poor Potters. Great guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. If you enjoy watching momentum-based people when they play, watch him enemies. He's like very funny when he doesn't get runs in and when he does. So shout out to him, I guess.
Also, shout out to the great music for the final boss.
That's also true. Actually, can we get audio to switch to Frost if that's not happened already? I don't know if that's happened.
I hope it did.
It's already happened.
Okay.
Okay. I can't hear that, so...
I did a small mistake there, but no worry. There we go.
Shout out to Space Waifu also. Sending messages from the space.
Like that, Bowser. Oh no. We're good. I almost... no, I grabbed another Starbit. Oh no, I grabbed even more Starbits.
I mean, 72 is also fine, I'd say.
But this is better.
Yeah, I agree. Some people don't, though. It's an unpopular opinion that some people have. They're also doing the right thing and grab the safety coin.
Grabbing another one.
All right. Okay. At
Let's
least
see
you didn't get the shame shroom, so I think I only used this. I used this shame shroom, and that was for the strat.
Oh, I was barely too early. I wanted him to shoot at least one fireball, but was a little bit early with my hit there, so I just gotta wait for him to stop rolling. What? I thought that would be it. Oh, Bowser! It's always so annoying which way he starts running. If you start running already way too far, you'll almost go in a almost random direction, but he's just gonna start running towards the place where you're the furthest away from, and sometimes when you're like on the exact opposite of where he is at that point, you can almost choose like any direction. It's not random, but once you get to the opposite side of the planet, it almost turns random.
Yeah, it's very weird to set up. I mean, it takes a bit of practice. You can actually go slightly on the right or on the left to predict where he goes, but it's weird. Especially if you're not paying attention to that. You can... Oh, I messed Bowser.
Also time coming up for me pretty soon. You should know when it is, like you did it already, but still mentioning it over here. And time. Good race, dude.
Hey, Frosty.
Yeah.
I guess it's shoutouts time. Oh, wait a second. Let's take a second to appreciate that wonderful time save on the estimate.
That's really fortunate. So again, we mentioned it right at the start of the run, but I want to do another shout out to Kimito once again, just because of him.
Is he actually here?
I'm not sure. He might be sick in bed as well. The BSGBs got to him as well, unfortunately. But yeah.
They just wanted 4-0. I want to come on the couch for there.
Yeah. So quick shout outs to both Polistar and Kimito. We were originally planning to do a 2v2 relay of this, and unfortunately Polistar couldn't make it to the to BSG Annual this year, so we had to come up
from
with
Greece, so
yeah,
understandable.
It makes it a bit more rough for him to get here. And after that, we only had 3 more people, and since we couldn't really do a 3-player race layout or anything at this point, so we had to come up with some alternative. And Kimito was such a hero, and he was like, "You two can race it because I feel like you two would probably give up the most interesting race." So thank you so much, Kimito, for that.
So. Quick shout out also, well, the tournament we already shouted out, but should do that again. There's an 90% tournament going to start pretty soon, so if you want to check on that, all info is on speedrunner.com and on the Galaxy Discord. You can find more info, I guess, also if we stream. I will be streaming Galaxy for the rest of basically the tournament to practice for that. I don't know if Frost is going to do that, but that would be wise.
Probably, especially after this warm-up rounds of the tourney. So yeah, you're probably going to see quite a bit of Galaxy from me as well in the upcoming weeks, months.
Yeah, but then Frosty runs like every single Mario game ever. So if you want to follow us, the Discord, the Twitch is there.
So
also my Twitch is missing because it's all I use SR, but it's pretty simple. So I think you can pretty easily find us if you want to see more.
So yeah, with that, I guess we're gonna give it up to the next runners, game, everything.
I think it's Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste. Relboy.
Lava boost him! Lava boost him!
Woo! So yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon, and I'll be back a little bit later with, again, also with Relboy and more Mario. So stay tuned for that.
Odyssey, I think?
Odyssey, yeah.
Yeah. So, signing out, I guess.
Bye.
Okay, thank you both Elias and Frosty for that fantastic run for Super Mario Galaxy. We'll be going over to Celeste in just a moment, run by Ralph.